Hi, I guess we're live. I apologize. I don't know how that happened. Give me just a second here. Let me get caught up and then we will get going. Oh, dear God. I was not ready. I apologize. In fact, I'm a little early. So that makes sense. Okay, give me just a second here. Oops. Okay. I do have some announcements tonight. I apologize for all the inconvenience. I must have hit a button when I was trying to turn everything on. But I do have a couple of announcements. So first and foremost, jumbos. So if you've watched the video that we did, I think I posted it yesterday or the day before, I can't remember, but how we were not going to take things off the website. I was going to explain it in the video, but I really wanted it to be a short video so that a lot of people could watch it. So I didn't really explain it very well. But we've decided that we're going to increase our jumbos and get rid of a couple things. Nothing that is already on the website, so it's nothing that you could have purchased already. It's some things that we're going to get rid of that we were working on. We're just going to increase the jumbo size. Our focus is for everybody to be more self-sufficient, so I think that I need to have more jumbos. So that's what that's going to be. Now, because we're doing that, I'm not going to put them on yet because we are going to take, I need to fill up an entire cage, which is 350 hens that make good weight. So once I get all the orders out, we're going to put some in for us. So I'm not comfortable putting them back on the website until we put them in for us. I do have a brooder room full of jumbos, but that was to increase what we were already planning. So now we're going to change that. And that was just another decision that we made. I did do a video this week about Quail for Profit that I'm going to post later this week. I'm actually going to redo that video because I know that a lot of people out there are having the same issue on what's right for the customer, what's right for me, what should I do? And there's a lot of questions I'm getting daily. I think yesterday I counted 64 of them just about making decisions on what to sell and how to sell it and things like that. So I'm going to redo that video because I kind of rambled a little bit in that video and mainly talked about why we decided to do that. I'm going to break that down and redo the video this week for that. So that's the reason why the jumbos are not on the website. I hope that that makes sense. And if you have any questions about it, you're more than welcome to comment and ask. I'll be happy to answer. I have a couple more announcements, and there's some big announcements here. So I'm going to take a few minutes and do it right, okay? But I've got some really big announcements that I want everybody to know about. And then we will get into the comments. But if you're new and you haven't watched the live before or not very often, we do this almost every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is a live Q&A, so you can ask your questions about Coturnix quail, and we will do our best as a community to help you on your journey with Coturnix quail and answer those questions for you. Now, this usually goes about 2.5, 3 hours long. I read all the comments. We have a lot of fun. We hang out, and it's a community setting. We do a couple things here if you would like to be involved. If you want to let us know where you're from, it's always cool to see where everybody's at in the quail community. If you've hatched eggs from us this week, feel free to let me know what that hatch rate is, and I will write that down for our records. And if you have any questions, obviously ask. We love to hit the like button here, just so you know. The goal tonight is going to be 200 likes, and I'm going real high on it because I think some of you are going to really like some of these announcements I'm going to make. So hit the like button, support the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. And I'll do some announcements, and then we will get into the comments. So that is the reason why the jumbos are not on the website. Also, live quail are completely different. I am not comfortable, nor will I ever be comfortable putting live quail on the website until I actually have them hatched. I'm so behind on orders that I haven't been able to put any in to hatch out and sell. And live quail, it's just, you know, anything could happen, you know. If you watch our lives, then what was it, month and a half, 2 months ago, we had a disaster in the brooder and lost 2 brooders. And I'm not comfortable with that. The eggs, I'm more comfortable with, but the live quail I'm not. So that's why the live quail will not be on the website for a while, and why the jumbos will continue to stay off for about another 3 to 4 weeks. But everything else we're gonna keep on and get you out as quickly as possible. And I've got a massive ship day tomorrow, so a lot of you should be getting tracking numbers tonight, because Jenna will be working on that. Next up is one of the jumbo announcements, one of the big announcements. I'm really excited about it. Like, I cannot explain to you how excited I am. We've got 3 videos coming out this week. 2 of them are done. They're already on my YouTube channel. They're just private. I just got to make them public. And the other one is the Quail for Profit that I actually just deleted, and I'm going to redo and make it more of not about why I did it, but things to think about in your business. Because there's a couple different things going on here. And one is it's busy season. I mean, this is the time where, I mean, it's spring's right around the corner and everybody is just sold out. That's normal. That's not, you know, that's a normal thing. On top of that, a lot of people, and I really do believe this, a lot of people are really getting into the mindset of being self-sufficient and trying to do something on their own. And we've pushed very hard for that, and we've had a lot of help along the way with all of you spreading the word, and Living Traditions Homestead, and Slightly Red. I mean, everybody, just everybody. And so a lot of people are really, really getting into that. The third, I think, is a little panic buying. I think people are seeing a lot of stuff on the news, gas prices, feed prices, this, that, and the other. And, you know, panic buying happened when COVID hit a couple of years ago as well. And I'm seeing that trend as well. And I'll get into that in a video that I'll be doing, not this coming up week, but next week. We're going to be talking about when to buy, and how to sell your eggs. But this week I want to do Quail for Profit and making tough decisions. I will use that example of what we decided to do this year as far as increasing the wait time on it. I'm going to use that as an example, but we came up with 3 different scenarios, 3 different options. I'm going to break those down for you and hopefully really help you decide which direction you want to go, because the direction I went in, you might not go down, and that's okay. I really want to make it very clear that there are many, many ways to raise quail, and it's your business. It's your Quail for Profit. It's your farm business, homestead business, backyard business, whatever. I just want to give you some tips and tricks and thought processes that we used, and then you can decide what works best for you. So that video will be coming, and I think it'll be very beneficial for a lot of people, because a lot of people are freaking out because they're sold out as well. I do have a surprise video that it was sent to me. I'm not in it. It's a short video, but it's absolutely amazing. It was extremely well done. It was very professionally made. It's better than the videos I do, I can tell you that. You know, they sent it to me, and I said, I gotta share this. Like, I gotta post it on my YouTube channel. And he said, please do. And I said, absolutely. So I've got a big surprise for you this week. It's a short video, but it's going to be awesome. And then, ladies and gentlemen, I am very excited to announce that we are going to be starting a genetics playlist. There's not going to be a ton of videos on it, but the first video is coming out this week, and we have a genetics expert in the house that is going to do the video. It is loaded. She's already sent it to me. I've worked with Duke University for about 5 years now, sending them quail for genetic testing, and she is getting her doctorate in biology and whatever. So she reached out to me this year and said, hey, I need some more quail. And I said, hey, how about you do some genetic videos for me, and we'll call it even. And she said, absolutely, I'd love to teach people. So this first video coming out is from a biologist, geneticist. her what's the word I want to use? Professors helped her make this. They went through it all with her and they watched it before they sent it to me. It is extremely well done. It is an amazing, amazing video for basics of basics of genetics. She talks about Quaternics a little bit, but she really breaks it down on what exactly you're looking for first. The next video she's going to do is going to be a breeding for biology. Breeding, me and her are on the same wavelength that the breeding program is more about healthy quail than anything else. And so she's going to break that down because she is much more advanced than I could be, and she delivered amazing. So I'm really excited about that. So we've got Intro to Genetics. I will do a couple videos in that playlist about the feed gene and the root gene. A ton of people were asking me about that. But I'm going to leave up all the genetic stuff to her. She's been using our quail for 5 years, and she's got a whole team that works with her, so it's going to be awesome. So those are the videos coming this week. Intro to Genetics, a big surprise that no one's going to want to miss, and then Quail for Profit, Tough Decisions. I think it's going to help a lot of people. Now, remember, I've got one more huge surprise, a couple of announcements, but one more huge surprise. QuailCon is coming September 3rd and 4th this year. I do believe today we just sold our 100th ticket, so we only have 300 left, I do believe, but it's still far out. So make sure you get your tickets. Check it out on our website, myshirefarm.com. If you go, there's a tab that says QuailCon 2022. You hit the QuailCon thing, and then there's a description of everything that's going on, plus a video that tells you about it. But Whiskey Tango Farms is going to be here. Dale's Quails is going to be here. We have a feed expert coming, a PhD doctor in feed and nutrition for quail. We've got Slightly Redneck Chris Carnes coming. I'll be speaking. We're going to be doing a breeding program talk that George, which is my right-hand man, is going to do. And Verna Young, which is my moderator on here, is going to be talking about basics of Quaternics quail and how to raise them in a small space. And we've got a lot of fun stuff planned. So I'm really, really excited about that. So please check that out. I'm going to leave that one for last. I'm going to leave the last big one for last. Next Sunday, I will not be live. We are going to be canceling next Sunday's live. It was actually my wife and I's 13-year anniversary 13 days ago, and we both forgot. We've only celebrated our anniversary once because we don't remember. But earlier this year, I did remember it was coming, so I got us a weekend getaway with a couple of us. So we're gonna go to that, and I'll be back Sunday. But as soon as I get back Sunday, I've got to get to that barn. George is gonna be working this weekend to help me. So he's very generously doing that. I really appreciate that. But Sunday, I'm going to be in the barn until 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night. And so I got to cancel next week's live. So that's that. The next thing is I had a couple people. So if you haven't watched our last video, make sure you check that out. And I don't remember what I titled it, to be honest with you. I think it's like Changes We're Making at Myshire, I think is what I titled it. But I had a couple people reach out, and 99% of you have been supportive, understanding, patient, kind, all of that. I mean, you guys have been absolutely amazing. I was telling Jenna for the past 3 days, I've brought it up, and it's mind-boggling to me how amazing you guys are to help us and to relieve the stress and to say, hey, it's no rush, take your time. You guys are just phenomenal. I did get a couple of text messages that kind of bothered me, and I wanted to bring it up real quick. And the reason I'm saying that is because I had a couple people reach out and say, hey, I just don't think I can wait that long, or this, that, and the other, and so I'm going to have to buy from someone else, so I guess I won't get your help anymore. I had 3 or 4 different comments or texts like that, and that really bothers me. If you buy from us, I will do everything I can for you. I promise. I will do everything I can. But with that being said, if you purchase from us, you are supporting us and you are providing for my family. That's ultimately what you're doing. And I greatly appreciate it. but I am not doing these lives, and I'm not going to respond to text messages or emails or whatever as long as you're a customer. That's not how that works. We are a community. We help each other. So whether you purchase from us or not, um, I really don't care. I mean, I care because I'd like to stay in business. So please think about it. But it's not going to affect, that's the way I want to say it. It's not going to affect my way of how I can help you. If anybody else is feeling that way, like, hey, I just can't purchase from them right now, so I can't, ask questions, or I can't contact, or I can't do this, I'm more than willing to help you. So if you need help with hatching and you didn't get the eggs from us, that's okay. That's all right. Reach out. I'll be happy to help. And we have a ton of Facebook groups with a bunch of leaders in this community that are more than willing to help you no matter what as well. So check those out as well. But I really wanted to make sure that everybody understood that you don't have to be a customer to ask questions. You don't have to be a customer to be on these lives or Monday nights live, or to text me or email me. We'll be happy to help in any which way we can. So that was kind of important to me. All right, last huge announcement. Drum roll, please. And then I promise I'll stop boring you and we will get to the comments and questions. I promise. But Kevin and Sarah from Living Traditions Homestead is now going to be participating in the 18 and under contest. They are going to provide us a t-shirt for the kids as well as a mug. They are actually going to sign it and we are going to ship it to them. So I thought that was really, really cool. I think that Living Traditions Homestead is really doing an amazing job getting information out there, showing that there's many ways to be self-sufficient and you can do this, that, and the other. I mean, we're on the same wavelength as far as what we want to do to help other people. And so I think that with that being said, I think it's going to bring a lot of other people into the 18 under contest. And I'm very excited about it. We're going to have a really tough month this month picking next month's 18 and under contest winner, because this week alone we had 4 emails that either myself or my wife almost broke down. I mean, they were amazing emails, very heartfelt, and I just really am very excited about this next generation really just taking it by the horns and just saying, we're going to do this too. And a lot of them have huge goals. And if we can help in any which way encourage that, then I'm all for it. So I'm really excited about that. But they will be doing a shirt and a mug. Once I get that in, I think we've got 5 months that's going to be sent to me, and then I'll just ship it from here. But once that's in, I'm going to redo the 18 and under contest video to show, because now we're getting $100 or 100 pounds worth of feed brought to you by Flew the Coop Farms, a Govee for the incubator by Jesse Mills. Living Traditions Homestead is now involved with it and things like that. And so our last video I thought was really good to get the word out there. It was short and sweet and it showed all the stuff, except for it doesn't show all the stuff anymore. So that's a good thing. So I'll redo that video and we will get the word out and get the next generation involved so they don't have to deal with the crap that we're dealing with now. That is the goal, right? So, but we had some amazing entries just this week. I mean, they were fantastic. So I'm really excited about that. I think I have bored you enough. Those are the videos coming this week. I am a little rattled. I was up until about 6 o'clock in the morning working. And then my son had to go to urgent care. So it's been a crazy day. But I am here, you are here, and so we'll have some fun, we'll answer some questions, we'll hang out, and we'll go from there. But those are all the announcements. Jumbos will be back on as soon as I can put some in for us. And And then the week's videos this week is Intro to Genetics by an expert from Duke University and her team. A surprise video that's just amazing. I think a lot of people are going to like it. A Quail for Profit video about making tough decisions on your farm or homestead. Living Traditions Homestead is now going to be part of the 18 Under contest. I don't care if you purchase from me or not. If you have questions, feel free to ask. That's what we're here for. Next Sunday is canceled. And then next week, not this coming week, but next week's videos, we got at least one good video. I mean, hopefully they're all good, right? But we've got one major video that I'm really excited about that has not been done yet. I'm actually going to get some help on that video as well. But they called today and I just could not get to my phone because I was all over the place. But I text him and we'll get together this week and get that video for next week. So I'm really excited about that. All right, enough of the boring info. Hopefully you thought that was just as exciting as I did. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Let us know where you're from. Let's have some fun. Whew, that's rough. And let's get into the comments, shall we? All right. And if you've hatched eggs from us this week, please feel free to let me know what those are. And I'll write that down for our records. Currently, we're sitting at a 68% hatch rate, which is 9% lower than last year. But a lot of that had to do with shipping, and the post office really screwed up pretty much all of January, to be honest. They've kind of gotten okay since then. They're doing a million times better, but the weather is just really struggling a lot. But weather's starting to turn, and I have a feeling that we're going to be increasing that hatch rate dramatically. So I'm very excited about that. All right, here we go. La Rochelle Farms in the house says, Zach, I noticed no auctions again today. Just saying, LOL. I hear what you're saying, but until I can take care of the customers that have purchased, I do not feel comfortable doing auctions, which they are fun and get people involved, and I love it. But I can't justify doing auctions when other people are waiting on their orders. So as soon as I get caught up, I will be back. I really do enjoy doing them as well, but not enough eggs. Not enough eggs, Mark. Ed Got Bait is in the house with Verna. They are my moderators on here. They do a fantastic job. Anytime I ask them to do anything to help me out, they are more than willing to do so. They do research, they do this, they do that. They are fantastic. And because I worked until 6:15 in the morning, literally, I stayed up all night working. I got so much stuff done that they're going to be getting phone calls this week to help me get some more stuff done, because now I'm caught up enough to at least know where I need to go. I was just treading water for a long time, but I was willing to give up a night's worth of sleep just to have some peace of mind. The stress was killing me. So thank you both for being here. And we have a ton of moderators on our Facebook pages that are fantastic as well. And I'm sure they'll be on here and I'll mention them. Travis is in the house. Evening, everyone from Minnesota. Hope you all had a great weekend. Absolutely. Welcome. And I don't know if it was great, but it was very productive. Very productive. I'm going to move you just a little bit. That's better. Okay. Rainbow Magic Treasure Chest is in the house. Welcome. Closest I can get to a quail emoji. I know that we need a quail emoji. I don't know how that happens. I don't know how that works, but it would be really cool to have one. Joy's in the house from Western Oregon. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Marius is in the house from South Africa. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Tony's in the house from Toronto, and Bryce is in Maine. Welcome. We're glad you're all here. Texas Caternix Quail Connection is in the house. Love the name. Says, hey, Zach, I have a feel-good story for you. So here's the short story. Me and my daughter, Chesney, who is 11, started this little adventure together. I love hearing that. We watched videos and researched and bought the hatching time gear. We decided to buy our first ever eggs from Myshire, as your group had awesome reviews. Well, thank you very much. We bought 50 mixed from you, knowing that there is a 50% hatch guarantee, and you graciously sent 60. One came cracked, so we started incubating the 59. When we went into lockdown and candled, we had 53. Now we are proud parents of 49 baby Caternix quail. So if you do the percentage, it would be 98% hatch rate on what you purchased. I absolutely love that. That's wonderful. Congratulations. That's going to help the hatch rate. I can tell you that. That's awesome. Let's see. We pay, if you do the math on the 59, it's 83%. Either way, it's awesome. I had to buy 3 more hatching time cages because we plan on buying a heck of a lot more from you. That is awesome. Congratulations. That is super cool. I did not see what kind you bought. But thank you for letting me know. That's a great story. And if you're still on, if you could let me know what kind you ordered, I will write that down as well. Thank you very much. Richard Brown, I was not ignoring you. I was just going to read the story first. I know you said where you were, but I don't remember. I apologize. But you did. You did comment down here. Pulled off another 84 babies today. Well, congratulations. That's a lot. I wish I could hatch out 84 right now. That's awesome. Congratulations. And we just had a $5 donation from Debbie at She Shed Homestead. Welcome. We're glad you're here, and thank you very much. And we did pay for next month's incubator for the 18 and under contest from all your donations. So we really appreciate all of that. So thank you. Any donations that you paid or that you donate tonight will go to QuailCon. We've got a lot of things planned for you, a lot of fun things, and I want to do a whole lot more. So those donations will go to all that whole lot more stuff that I want to do that we can't do just yet. But thank you very much, and I really appreciate the donation. Papin Homestead is in the house and donated $5. Thank you very much. Again, it's going to QuailCon, and thank you very much. I really appreciate you. That's very generous. Veronica's in the house. Congratulations, Texas. Caternix Quail Connection, and hello from upstate New York Quail family. Absolutely. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Hidden Creek Quail is in the house from Florida. Welcome. We're glad you're here. One Woman of Spirit is in the house. Good evening, beautiful quail people. Blessings all around. Absolutely. Hey, Zach, I'm listening and making some barbecue rabbit from Hobby Farm. Well, welcome. We're glad you're here. And I don't think I've had barbecue rabbit. I've had rabbit, but I don't think it's been barbecue. Interesting. I mean, I'm sure we will, but not yet. Calvin Lawrence just donated $10 to the QuailCon. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you. And we've got some big things planned. I'm really excited about that. I'm hoping next week I'll be able to do another QuailCon video that's going to give you a sneak peek of a little bit more of what we're doing. But there's a lot more to share with you, and I just got to get to the video first. Jeff Martin's in the house from Nebraska. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Andrea Perry's in the house. Hello, all. Zach, how often do you need to clean your Wynola trough waters? If you have the lid for it, or even if you make a lid for it, just something over top of it so it doesn't get dusty. We do it once. I think we do it once a month. Is it once a month or once every 6 months or 6 weeks? I don't remember. It's between 4 to 6 weeks is when we just take them out, throw them out, take a paper towel, clean it out, and put it back on. For some reason, 4 weeks makes sense to me, and I don't know why we wouldn't do once a month, just at the beginning of the month or at the end of the month. But for some reason, I'm thinking at 6. I'd have to look at my schedule in the barn. I've got a lot of, not daily things, but like monthly or quarterly or whatever. I think I'm going to say, I can't remember. 4 to 6 weeks would be my answer. Jeff Martin's in the house. Welcome. Little Ridge Farm is in the house. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Winnie Fields is in the house. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Ashley Moore is in the house. Hey, Zach, got a 60 eggs, 58 went to incubator, 37 went to lockdown, 30 hatched. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate those numbers. 48, 37, 30. Okay, all right. Not bad. 30 out of 50. Ashley Moore, if you're still on and I did not bore you to leave, if you could let me know what kind you ordered, I'd greatly appreciate it, but I do have that down. I'm going to put your initials just in case you still are. But congratulations and good luck on the rest of your journey. Little Ridge Farm is in the house. I have 3 foot of snow for those that need some. It snowed on Saturday. It's crazy because it was literally 18 degrees outside Saturday morning, but tomorrow it's supposed to be like 65. Like, I don't understand the 2-day difference. Like, I don't get it. No more snow for me. I'm done. Spring, let's go. Let's see. Little Ridge Farm says nobody wants it, so I can get out of driveway. There you go. Joy is in the house. Welcome. We're glad you're here. William is in the house. Welcome. Nikki James is in the house. Hi, Quail fam. Been a busy week here in Missouri, I bet. Here too, I can tell you that. Again, I did not mention this, but tonight is, the longer community setting. I read all the comments kind of thing. Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I go live, and I only read questions. So if you don't have a lot of time and you have a bunch of questions to ask, feel free to join us Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on our live. And it's just a very rapid fire live Q&A. Catherine Dresso says, how many males can be kept together and how big does the cage need to be? We have bachelor pads that we still do 3 quail per square foot. I think at the most we've had 60 in there at one time, and they do fine. But the big thing is we recommend 3 quail per square foot. And if you can, as soon as you can sex them, put them in without the hens, and they'll be a lot less aggressive towards each other. But yeah, as many as you'd like. And you're from Texas. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Texas, I do believe, is representing at QuailCon, so that's pretty exciting. Tim is in the house. Hey, everybody. Happy Sunday. Michigan is in the house. Michigan is representing QuailCon. Genuine Toe Tags in the house from Oregon. Today is lockdown. Do I need to change temp or just humidity? Nope. Temp stays the same. Humidity bumps up. But good luck, and we wish you all the best. I'm going to move this down just in case. Yeah, good luck, and let us know how it goes. We wish you all the best. Dan says hello from Texas. 80 color mix and brooder, around 50 drying and more pips, 6 hours into day 17. That is awesome. I don't know how many you ordered, but that's pretty good. I mean, I guess it depends on how many you started with. Like, if you started with 1,000, it's not great, but 80 in the brooder, 50 drying off, and you're at the beginning of day 17. That's awesome. You're going to have an amazing hatch. Congratulations. Sounds like you're doing great. Ashley Moore said, same temp up, humidity to between 60 and 70. There you go. Absolutely. Joy is in the house. Welcome. We're glad to hear. Lance is in the house from Louisiana. I have 8 days until my first hatch. That is awesome. Very exciting. Best of luck to you. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Deidre is in the house. Welcome. Gregory from Oklahoma is in the house. Oklahoma is not representing yet at QuailCon. Let's see. Scuba Healer is in the house. Sorry, don't know how I couldn't pronounce that right. Jesse Mills is in the house. Charles is in the house from Florida. Thomas is in the house from Tennessee. Welcome all. Ann is in the house. Good evening, Quail friends. Warren, Ohio is in the house. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Everyday Oil Mommy's in the house. Send me your Celadon eggs. Well, I won't be sending any, but we are making some changes. Les Spray is in the house from Oklahoma. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Calvin is in the house. The Bot Bunch is in the house. Hello from Oregon. I've got 120 eggs on day 9 of incubation and looking forward to those popcorning little chicks in the next couple of weeks. Absolutely. I think raising quail is easy, but it can be frustrating at sometimes. Because their whole purpose in life is try to die, and your purpose is try to keep them alive and productive. But it can be frustrating, but it's pretty simple once you get used to it, and really rewarding and a lot of fun. But the worst part about it is, I'm sorry. The worst part about it Oh gosh. The worst part about it is waiting for them to hatch. That's the nerve-wracking part because you're just waiting. I hate that. So um, if you can support the channel, we greatly appreciate it. If you'd like to donate, it is going to QuailCon for this year to make the biggest and best QuailCon we can make. But if you just hit the like button, it is free, supports the channel, and we greatly appreciate it. Help us get to 200 tonight. Doug is in the house from North Carolina. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Zelda is in the house. Welcome. Deidre is in the house. 120 eggs in incubator starting to hatch. Wish me luck. Absolutely. Best of luck to you. And I'm sure you're going to do great. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. But this is the nerve-wracking part because it's the waiting game. Calvin's in the house. Welcome. Gregory's in the house. Tommy's in the house from Ireland, currently hatching German pastel. Very cool. Welcome. We're glad you're here. I don't know what time it is there, but we appreciate you showing up. G. Rubens is in the house. Welcome. We're glad you're here. William is in the house from Taylor, Michigan, and Michigan is representing at QuailCon. We've got 27 states coming. Wait, maybe Michigan isn't coming. I don't see it on here. Oh, yep, I do. 27 states so far coming. Scuba Healers in Idaho. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Idaho is not... No, it's Iowa. Yeah, Idaho is not representing yet. So if you want to make it to QuailCon, we'd love for you to come. Marius Bullions is in the house. Welcome. I believe you're in South Africa. I'm pretty sure it's pretty late there, so I appreciate you staying up and watching. Jeff is in the house from Central Missouri. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Christine. I'm going to say Christine. It could be... I think it's Christine. Please correct me if I'm wrong. From Chester Hill, Ohio, welcome. We're glad you're here. Richie in the house from Avon, New York, welcome. Josh's Punk Rock Garden is in the house, also from upstate New York. Smash that like button. Absolutely. I'd greatly appreciate it. Tammy is in the house. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Kayla, the Hillside Homestead. Love the name. When can I put my quail outside in an aviary? They're currently 3 weeks old and almost fully feathered. I've read 5 weeks old, but Ohio temps during early spring. If you're in Ohio, I would say wait 1 more week. I mean, if you want to wait till week 5, you can, but they're fully feathered now. So technically they could go out with just, 18 degrees on Saturday, 70 tomorrow. I'd give them an extra week and let them go out at 4 weeks. That's what I would recommend. But that's a great question. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. We will be more than happy to help. Danielle's in the house from England. Welcome. We're glad you're here. A lot of international people tonight. That is super cool. Little Ridge Farm is in the house. I don't think you're talking to me. Father Figures in the house from Michigan checking in. Just ordered eggs yesterday. We'll order more when jumbos are available. I will get them on as soon as possible, but I need to put some in for us. And so I don't want to sell them when I know that I'm going to be putting some in for us. But I will get them on as soon as possible. And thank you for purchasing, and we will get you out as quickly as possible. Studio Blue Grid is in the house. Hello from the Mitten. Well, welcome. We're glad you're here. Sharon Upshaw is in the house from Florida. Welcome. William Moore says ordered 50 jumbo, received 60, 47 more fertile. I love that. 39 hatched out of 47. You ordered 50, so I'm going to do 39 out of 50. But that is wonderful, jumbo. That's great numbers. I knew that the numbers were going to go up once, the weather calmed a little bit because we got cold for a while, but yeah, I knew those were going to go up. So that's great. Thank you very much for letting me know. I appreciate you. Charles V is in the house from Florida. Calvin is in the house from Mississippi. Florida is representing at QuailCon. Mississippi, I don't believe we have yet. We do not. So if you can make it to QuailCon, we'd love to have you. I mean, even if it's a state that we already have, we'd still love for everybody to come. Maria Carson's in the house. Hi, Zach, Jen, and family from Twin Oaks Farm in North Canton, Ohio. Welcome. We're glad you're here. You're probably about 3-4 hours away from me, but I'm still going to say neighbor, Ohioan in general. Whiskey Tango Farms is in the house. Welcome. They are also not only just going to be here at QuailCon, they're going to be speaking at QuailCon, they're going to have a vendor table at QuailCon, and they're co-hosting QuailCon. So I'm very excited about that. Can't wait for them to come back, and welcome. We're glad to hear. Josh is in the house. My eggs came in to Moses Lake, Washington. They're going into lockdown in 2 days. Thank you for the great packaging and the info on your channel. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Best of luck to you. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. And I wish you all the best. And thanks for being here. I appreciate you. Sandra B is in the house from Connecticut. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Connecticut is not on the QuailCon list yet. So, I mean, I'm just throwing that out there. Sandra. Joy is in the house. Bought my first set of canning jars, hoping to pickle my extra eggs. Very cool. That's very exciting. I'm hoping to get to a video on that sooner than later as far as pickling eggs this year. But there's a lot of recipes on a Facebook group called Quail in the Kitchen. And Verna and Brooke are the admins of that group. And they're doing a fantastic job. And there's a ton of recipes on eggs, meat, pickled quail eggs, all kinds of stuff. It's really cool. So check that out if you're on Facebook. A. Jones is in the house. Hi, all. Checking in from the northeast tip of Ohio. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Richard is in the house. How many generations would want before you can call quail true celadons? That's a great question. I think celadons are going to be a little bit different. When I got into the business, I was told by a breeder that until you have 20 generations in, it's not considered a line. And I would say that that is accurate. I would agree with that. All these years later, I would agree with that statement. So a long time. But technically, if the easy answer is if they hatch out 3 separate hatches, 3 separate generations, and they're all still celadons and they're still celadon layers, you're good to go. Christy is in the house. Hello, my fellow quail family. Welcome. We're glad you're here. The Bot Bunch says, I have so many friends and family that are asking me how to start up with quail lately. It's been so much fun helping to build this community. Absolutely. That's wonderful to hear. Thanks for being a part of it and getting other people involved. That's the entire point. So thank you very much for being here, and we appreciate you. Josh is in the house. Glenn Wells is in the house from Missouri. My breeder set started laying at 6 weeks. I got 11 eggs since Tuesday. I watched your B-Box video. The hole below the lid need to be bigger if you're going for the 10 ounce, 10 weeks old. I hear what you're saying. 2 different projects, I'll put it that way. And everybody that commented on that video as far as the piece that I didn't know what I had, thank you very much. It makes perfect sense now, and I should have figured that out. But I was running out of time. There's just so much to do, so I was rushing. But thank you very much for giving me that information, and I didn't have to look it up, so you saved me time. G. Rubin says, hi from the mountains between Los Angeles and Bakersfield, California. Welcome. We're glad you're here. California is representing QuailCon. About 4 or 5 different people are coming from California, so that's super cool. I'm really excited about that. Christy is in the house. Christy Tanner, hope everyone is doing well. Absolutely. It was a good week. It was a productive week, and I'm very excited about it. Hidden Creek Quail's in the house. Hey, Zach, about 4 or 5 of our eggs has a small hole in them, or they are cracked almost every day. Has this happened to you? I mean, sometimes that happens. If you've got a rollout, check the spacing. You could have, if you've got like wire door and a rollout, that wire might be poking the eggs when they're rolling out. So check that out, because we did have that issue and we had to fix that. So that might be the issue. Rodney's in the house from Hamilton, Ohio. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Now that is right in the backyard. But welcome, Rodney. Bobby's in the house from Pittsboro, North Carolina. Welcome. We're glad you're here. North Carolina is representing at QuailCon, so that's exciting. But South Carolina is not, and that is where Three Gun Nation, South Carolina is. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Howdy all from Pawleys Island, South Carolina. Welcome. Danielle is in the house. Anyone on here from England? You're the only one I've seen so far. Tommy Texter is in the house from Aaron, Tennessee. Welcome. We're glad you're here. La Sierra Acres Hatchery is in the house. Hey, everyone. Hey, Zach. How's everyone doing today? Really good. I'm exhausted, and I've got so much to do this week. But I got a lot done this weekend and a lot of stress off my plate, a lot of stress off my shoulders. So I'm just going to sleep on our trip and just get so much stuff done because I am feeling a lot better about life right now. Evidence in my channel is in the house. Can you tell the sex of the quail by looking the egg, or is it a 50-50 chance? It is a 50-50 chance. That is a myth. That would be absolutely awesome if we could tell the sex of the quail by the egg shape, but that is not accurate, unfortunately. I'm sorry to give you the bad news. La Sierra Acres Hatcheries in the house. Josh checking in from Riverside, California. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Black's Tropical Homesteads in the house. Many blessings to you all tuning in from Savannah, Georgia. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Georgia is going to be representing QuailCon, so I'm very excited about that. Papin Homesteads in the house. Which light you recommend? Color, wattage, ceramic? I don't think it really matters. I'm assuming you're talking about a brooder light. I would assume, maybe not. I don't know. I mean, a 250 watt is great. You can get by with a 125 as long as you can kind of insulate them. But we do have a playlist called, I believe it's Basics of Quail. Or it's at the end of our hatching process. It talks about the brooder and how we set it up. You could check that out, and that will give you a lot of information on how to do things as well. But it doesn't really matter. I mean, you can use ceramic. People do that. People use the heat plates. People use the heat pads like for reptiles, and they like them. We use a 125 watt, and we've always used a 125 watt, just clear. But when we were in the old barn garage, we during winter we used a 250 watt because it was uninsulated. So keep that in mind as well. But that's a great question. Little Ridge Farms in the house. Welcome. Waya Heritage Homestead is in the house. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Kayla, the Hillside Homestead, says, so excited for everything you have coming up. Me too. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Deidre Douglas says, coming to QuailCon. That is awesome. I can't wait to meet you. That's super exciting. G. Rubens is in the house. Yes, if the egg... no, you can't determine the sex of the quail by the egg shape. Ray says, my showgirl hatch was very interesting. 14 out of 50 eggs were fertile and only 4 were showgirls. That was on the heels of my quail hatch. Very interesting. Thanks for sharing. E-Biker says, hey, tomorrow marks 8 weeks and lights on 15 hours. Yeah, give it a little bit more time. It can be anywhere from 6 to 10 weeks when they start laying. Lights are fine. Make sure they're on a layer feed. If they're outside or if they're in an aviary, it's going to take them longer to start laying. If they're inside in a cage, it'll take them a little bit less. But yeah, I wouldn't start worrying. If I'd give it another week and a half, and then we can look at it and try to do something. But typically you want to do it naturally. But keep me posted on that. Three Gun Nation South Carolina says, happy anniversary. Thank you. Cindy says, do you guys sell recordings of the talks from QuailCon to those of us who can't get there in person? We are going to do some videos down the road. We'll be recording some stuff and posting them down the road on that. So we will be doing some stuff like that. But there's going to be certain things at QuailCon that's only going to be at QuailCon. But we are going to try to give you a lot of information. Josh says, congratulations. A lot of people saying happy anniversary. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you to all of you. Silver Lining Homesteads in the house. Welcome. Steve Foot says, Zach, got my eggs yesterday. Let them rest until the morning and put the incubator. Following your instructions included following your instructions included in shipment, package very nice. We'll let you know what my hatch rate is. Please do. Congratulations. Best of luck. And yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. But yeah, please keep me posted. Joy is in the house. What would I need to cross to get red tuxedos, and how many generations should it take? You should start seeing a couple scarlet tuxedos within 2 generations. If you put the Rue gene, preferably scarlet, scarlet hens over white males, you'll start getting tuxedos around the 2nd generation. Not a ton of them. They've got to process. But by the 2nd generation, you should start getting some. Great question. Gregory says, happy belated 13th. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, Josh's Punk Rock Garden. Thank you, Richard. Ora Johnson's in the house from Alabama. Alabama is not being represented at QuailCon tonight. So anybody from Alabama, we'd love for you to come. La Sierra Acres Hatchery is in the house. Thank you very much for the happy anniversary. Katie's in the house. Hi again from Pennsylvania. We ignore the drama lovers on Facebook. Super glad you your info out there, and we look forward to our shipment in April. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that, and I will get you out as quickly as possible. But it sounds like maybe we set a date for you to ship, so I'll get you out when I told you I would then. But welcome. We're glad you're here. Thanks for being part of the community and letting us know you're here. We appreciate you. And Pennsylvania is being represented at QuailCon. Hope Yancey is in the house. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Calvin says, thank you, Zach, for the support to the community. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Little Ridge Farm says, the way things are, I'm holding off on getting birds a bit longer. I understand that. Well, we wish you all the best. Charles is in the house. Welcome. You're not boring, Zach. Sometimes. I can be. I'm trying not to be, though. But thank you. Kat Vo is in the house from Kansas City. Welcome. We're glad you're here. That's great about living traditions. Absolutely. I'm very excited about that. Danielle says, can you keep quail in a flat? You can. Yeah. A lot of people do it. Verna actually raises them in her apartment. And so you could actually get with her on Facebook. If you're on Facebook, she's the admins of a couple different groups, Newbie Quail Lovers Facebook group, as well as Quail in the Kitchen. But she does, and she could give you some pointers and tips on that. Absolutely. Ava Fisher's in the house. Hello, new here. Excited to get to know you guys all better. Absolutely. We're glad you're here. Thank you very much for showing up. And we hope you enjoy. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. And we're glad you're part of the community. G. Rubin says, huge fan of Living Traditions. Absolutely. I think they're doing a great job of what they do. And they've helped us out quite a bit. And we have tried to repay the favor, but every time we try, they just do it better. So they're just great people. Katrina says, hi to everyone from Gilroy, California. I am listening while driving back from dropping off 62 3-week-old quail I sold to someone to start them on their quail journey. That is awesome. That's a huge sale. Congratulations, and stay safe. And yeah, that's awesome. Pat yourself on the back. That's super cool. Awesome. Mary says, Zach, did you see my new cage build, and what do you think about it? I did see it. I think it's awesome. I think it's absolutely amazing. I did not finish the video. I will. I got sidetracked. The doctor was talking to me when I was watching it this morning, actually. I saw it on Facebook, I think, a day or two ago, and then I got to it today. I did not finish it yet, but I will. But yeah, I think it looks great. I think it's the right size. I think that it's safe from predators. I think it's great. I think you did a great job. Well, he did a great job. You guys did a great job. You've got a great cage, is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I think it's awesome. Nikki James says, Living Traditions, Kevin and Sarah are so amazing. That's great. Absolutely. Steve Foots in the house have been following Living Traditions for several years. They are the ones that turned me on to Myshire Farm. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. We are trying to work together. We are on the 1800 contest, and hopefully more stuff down the road. Kat says, so excited, finally got over the jitters and ordered my eggs from Myshire. Congratulations. Best of luck to you. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Don't be nervous. I completely understand the nervous. The whole bee thing, like, I don't know the jargon and all that, and I didn't know what that piece was. But it's come together really simple. And I've got Facebook groups. I got people that said reach out when you need me. There's YouTube videos. Like, I know I've got the resources I need, but it's just something brand new, and I'm just not used to it. So it's a little intimidating. But don't worry, you're gonna do great. And if you need anything, feel free to let us know, and we'll be more than happy to help you. And welcome to the community. Little Ridge Farm says, I didn't send an email. My 9-year-old typed it and it sent it to you. She said, no, Daddy, this is my email. There you go. Absolutely. I do believe I got that. I think I responded. If I didn't respond, please resend it. But I'm pretty sure I responded to it. Katrina says, Living Traditions Homestead is great. Thanks for being great people, Kevin and Sarah. Absolutely. I don't know why I always do that. Why I don't bring this closer to me. Hope your son is okay. Yeah, he'll be all right. He's doing better now. Travis says, the sign of a great person business is their willingness to help others, whether it benefits them or not. Thank you, Zach, for everything. Not a problem. Thank you very much for saying that. And yeah, we made that decision about the video the other day as far as the not taking things off the website. And then we made a decision on, are we going to do a video about it? And I said, you know what? Since we started, we have tried to be as transparent as possible. And I think that we continue to do that. So yeah, thank you very much for your support and understanding. Is your son okay now? Hope all is well and not serious. No, he's okay. It was a tooth thing, a lot of pain, but he's feeling a lot better now, and we've got appointments this week. So, but yeah, it was starting to get pretty bad. He just had a cleaning the other day, came home, started feeling bad, and then of course Friday night it really started hurting him a lot. So, but we're doing better now. Thank you very much for asking. Ava says, wow, super cool to get a kid involved in quail. That is super neat. So they don't have to pay anything to get going. No, they get everything. They get a brooder from Dale's Quails. They get a Wynola Ranch cage. They get eggs from us, a candler from us, a scissors from from Ed Got Bait. They get a feeder, a water, a heat lamp, an egg tray, and a sticker from Whiskey Tango Farms. They get 100 pounds of feed from Flew the Coop Farms. They get a Govee to help monitor and get a good hatch rate from Jesse Mills. And now they are getting a signed shirt and mug from Living Traditions Homestead. And with the donations that we get, we buy them an incubator as well. So they are stacked. They are set. Yeah, it's very near and dear to all of our hearts. We've got a video on it if you want to check it out. It shows everything on there. So if you know someone that's 18 and under that could really benefit from this, look up that video. You can just type into the YouTube search bar, 18 and under contest by Myshire. It'll pop up. Share that to someone that you think that would benefit from that. And we will be happy to try to educate, encourage, and enthuse them to get involved with self-sufficiency and learning entrepreneur skills and being responsible and knowing where the food comes from and this, that, and the other. Danielle says, oh, wow, everyone has tried to put me off. Nobody knows about quail here, but I've fallen in love with it, just waiting for equipment. That is awesome. So you're a trailblazer, so best of luck to you. If there's anything that we can help with, feel free to let me know. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. But we're happy for you to be a part of the community, and we wish you all the best. Bobby says, when will the website let you order? It'll let you, as far as jumbos go, I mentioned that at the beginning of the video. I did take about 5 or 6 minutes to explain that. Everything on the website is on there. You can order now. As far as the jumbos go, I'm going to say 3 to 4 weeks. Until I'm comfortable putting them back on. Once that happens, I will not take them off again. But I want to get this round caught up and a crap ton of eggs in for me. And then we'll do the same thing as what we're doing with everything else. But I want to get this round taken care of first. So if you missed the beginning of the video, if you could watch the first 10-15 minutes. I know that that's a lot of time. I apologize, but there's some big announcement that you will want to know about. So if you didn't jump on right away, that's okay. Just like Chris says, we don't take inventory. Is that what it is? Attendance. We don't take attendance. But if you could watch that after I post it, there's some really valuable information that you'll want to know about. But I'm going to say 3 to 4 weeks. Ray says, trying quail in the large tub commonly used for chicks at Tractor Supply. Any guidance on heat source and height of lamp? Yes. So typically with one of those big ones, you usually want 2 lights in there with 2 feeders and 2 waters, so that they can decide where they want to go. 1 light goes low, 1 light goes high. And what I would suggest is watching a video called Why Are My Chicks Dying? You can type that into the search bar, Why Are My Chicks Dying by Myshire Farm. And in that video, it shows what kind of setup you needed, or it explains, there's 2 different ways to do the heat lights as far as temperature or watching them, and that video will be able to give you in-depth on what you're looking for. But great question. Mark says, hi from Southern Illinois. Thrilled to be getting the variety choice. Thank you very much. We will get you out as quickly as possible. And best of luck to you. If you could support the channel by just hitting that like button, I would greatly appreciate it. We're going to try to get to 200 likes tonight. And have a good time. Bot Bunch says, my kids love helping out with all things quail. It makes my mama heart proud just how much they learn from and enjoy the whole process. Glad to see other kids having the opportunity. Absolutely. Yeah, me too. Me too. Michael says, greetings from Cape Cod. Thank you for all you do, Zach. I really enjoy these videos. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate you watching. So thank you. And thanks for being here. Kenneth says, thanks for all your help. Me and the boys appreciate all you've done for us. Live live from Orangeville, Michigan. Welcome. We're glad you're here. And thanks for being so understanding. I know we've talked in the past couple of days texted, and I don't really answer the phone anymore. I can't do it. Can't hear. But thank you very much for all your patience and understanding, and best of luck to you. Cindy says, do you use a plucker to process your own birds? If so, is there a model you recommend? We do. We actually do it both ways. We'll skin and we'll pluck. But the plucker we use is actually on our Amazon store if you want to check that out. And that's at amazon.com/shop/Myshire Farm. But an easier way to do it is if you go to our website, at the bottom, it's going to give the symbol of the A for the Amazon, like a Facebook symbol and a YouTube symbol and a Amazon symbol. You can just click on that, and that's under what we recommend. That's what we use, if that might help you find it. Bobby says, thanks for all the great info, Zach. Thank you very much for being here and listening. The Daily Quail is in the house. Welcome to spring. Absolutely. I'm excited about that. Moon Outdoors is in the house. Hi, all. Ohio is in the house. Welcome. Nubiki is, I'm late. I'm here now, though. Mary Quail from the San Francisco Bay Area. Welcome. We're glad you're here. And thanks for being here. Peg P is in the house from California. Catherine says, are you ready to tell the colors yet? No, but I think that it's been long enough. So let's make a decision on when I will announce it. Today's March 13th. I won't be live next Sunday. So I tell you what, next time I'm live on a Sunday, so 14 days from today, I will show you and announce the color. I don't know if they'll be on the website yet, but I will at least show and announce on the live. Let's do that. So next time we're live, I'll do it. Fair enough. Good question. Let's see. On day 18, hatching jumbo Egyptian eggs, 25 chicks so far. That is awesome. Best of luck to you, and keep us posted. Wish you all the best. Junie is in the house from Virginia. Virginia is representing QuailCon. Hopefully you can make it, and welcome. We're glad you're here. Ray is in the house. The plucker issue is a great question. The stainless steel models on eBay are not talked about. Absolutely. You can definitely check those out as well. Bill says, has anyone used the plucker you mount in a drill? I have not. I do believe that Katrina, no, it wasn't Katrina. Who was it? Oh, crap. Somebody said they got it. if I wanted to put it on the Amazon store. I said, try it first and give me your suggestions. And I don't remember hearing back from them, but I don't remember who that was. But I just saw a Facebook post about it. Crap. I can't remember who it was. It could have been Brooke, but I don't think it was. I can't remember. I'm sorry. I don't have any experience with it. Short answer. Debbie at She Shed Homestead donated $5 to Quail Con 2021. I'm really excited about it. Can't wait to get there, and can't wait for you all to come here and start it. We've got some big plans this year, so thank you very much for the donation. It really will go a long way. Any tips on raising quail in a flat? I'm third floor top. I would, if you're on Facebook, I would get with Verna, and she will be able to give you a ton of personal advice, and that's the best way you can do it. Everyone seems to, okay, I'm missing comments. I really enjoy the Newbie Quail Lover site. Lots of help from everyone. Thank you very much, Steve. Raised in the house, washing eggs helped me. Maybe you're not talking to me. Lance Lincoln says, excited about your bees. Hope you do more videos on those as well. Absolutely, we will. I actually have another piece coming in the mail soon. So we're going to do a how-to on that. And then the Bee Guy Supply is going to be here, don't remember, the 29th or 30th, can't remember. But he's bringing the hive. We're going to do a couple videos while he's here. He's going to do a couple of newbie videos, and we'll do some fun videos. And I've got, let me tell you, if you're ever going to watch a video, it might not be super informative, but you will want to watch that bee video that I've got coming out. Believe you me, I'm making a fool of myself, and it's going to be awesome. Papin Homestead donated $5 to QuailCon. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Yes, my 18-year-old has just moved out. The quail are having his room. There you go. That's awesome. Ray says, any real cons for giving quail ice water? I don't really, I mean, it could shock them, you know. Not warm, room temperature water is ideal. You don't want it hot, you don't want it cold, you want it just right. But it should be fine. Calvin's in the house and donated $10 to QuailCon. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you. And we will put that to good use and have an amazing QuailCon. Thanks to you. So thank you very much. Kiki's in the house. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Not talking to me. Danielle says, I'll have to research the exhaust fan. I don't have, oh, you're not talking to me. Calvin says, enjoy QuailCon 2022. We will. It's going to be awesome. Last year was a success, I think. But this year we've learned a lot of mistakes that we made last year. And so we're going to fix those, and then we're going to go bigger and better. So it's just going to be off the hook. It's going to be awesome. Kiki says, I can't stick around tonight, but I just wanted to pop in and say hi real quick. I'm pulling a muddy and painting my bedroom. Awesome. Congratulations. Best of luck. And thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you. Ava says, gotta go. We'll try to watch the recording. Well, thank you very much for showing up. I appreciate you. Alex says, Eastern North Carolina here. I ordered the Feather Sexpo Mix 110 package. Will you ship as you receive orders? First come, first serve. Yep, absolutely. There's only one order that comes in front of everybody else. So it's first come, first serve, except for one, and that is the 1800 contest. So they just got their incubator on Friday, I do believe. So they're ready for the eggs. So that 30 count of eggs will go out ahead of everybody else. But other than that, it is first come, first serve. You guys are talking to each other. That's good. Karen's in the house. Very awesome. Love Living Traditions. Yeah, I thought that was very generous of them. So I'm very excited about that. Ray says, Coops and More has a quail plucker. Any difference from that one than the eBay ones? They look identical. They might not be. The only one that I have experience with is the one that we recommend. If I had to guess, I would assume they're all pretty similar, but I don't know that for sure. I don't know that for sure. But we've had great success with the one we have. Ray is in the house from Western North Carolina. Welcome. We're glad you're here. I do want to, yeah, I do want to mention this. There's two things that I wanted to mention. I wanted to get caught up. Hold on. Let me get caught up a little bit more. Richard Brown says 67 one day and 5 inches of snow the next day. Gosh, that's ridiculous. I don't even know what to say. Mother Nature is calling out temperature like lottery numbers here in Missouri. Bobby says, I went ahead and ordered a Nurtrite 316 Incubrite and a Govee from your Amazon page today. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. And I don't think you'll be disappointed. But let me know what you think. I'd love to hear your feedback. Terry from Virginia is in the house. Welcome. We're glad you're here. La Rochelle Farm is in the house. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Patricia's in the house from Virginia. Welcome. Matt Neal is in the house. We have JMF Jumbo Eggs about to go into lockdown. That's awesome. Best of luck to you. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Hope is in the house from Texas. Welcome. Katie is in the house. What size leg bands do you recommend if I was to use them? There are some leg bands that you can check out at quailcage.com. That is Wynola Ranch. They've only got one size now, but that's what we've used. You can use zip ties, but you got to be real diligent and careful with those because they grow so fast. And it gets real bad if you forget. We've learned that the hard way. So I would check out quailcage.com for the leg bands. You can also paint their toenails or paint their feet or paint the back of their feathers like a strip down their back. I don't really like doing that. We used to and it was okay, but I don't really like doing that anymore. Good question. Mindy says, whew, my throat. Mindy says, put in my order for Jumbo Mix. So excited. Thank you from Missouri. Well, welcome. We're glad you're here, and I will get you out as quickly as possible. T. Angel Willis says, Sexlings hatching now, Olive Hill, Kentucky. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Best of luck to you, and obviously keep us posted. Number one, we want to make sure you're taken care of, and number two, we want to try to help you in any which way. Terry says Virginia, not Virgin. Right? I knew what you're saying. Should be getting eggs soon so I can get started with this journey. That is awesome. Best of luck to you. And if they're coming from me, I will get you out as quickly as possible. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Katie Bella Creations is in the house. Hey, everybody. Hello from the Jersey Shore. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Karen says hello from Mississippi. First hatch ever. 16 total. Ready for another incubator full 16 hatch. That's awesome. Congratulations. Hopefully it was out of 25 that you ordered. But congratulations on that and good luck with the rest of your journey. 31 Craft says Texas here. Recently ordered eggs. I'm working on my cage layouts. Is there a recommendation in how many breeder, layer, or grower cages, or just set up breeder cages? Ordered 110 to start. Well, so this is what I recommend. And this is the thought process that I think would be most successful for you. One, you want 3 quail per square foot. So that'll determine how big you want the cages to be. I like colony breeding. There's less things that can go wrong. It's one cage. It's less time to take care of them. Less feeders to worry about. Less waters to leak or break or bust. I prefer larger cages. Now, with that being said, I recommend 3 quail per square foot, and I recommend 5 hens to every 1 male. So if you do a colony cage and it's a bigger cage, you can do 10 hens and 2 males, or 15 and 3, or 20 and 4, whatever the case may be. That is completely okay. I prefer not to have grow out cages. I prefer to have layer cages, and then you can always, if you've got a grower cage, it would be very difficult to move that to a layer cage because the slope is not there. But if you have a layer cage, you can put something in the front where the egg rollout is so that the grow outs can't get out, and then just move that later, and then so it's a dual purpose. So personally, if you're going to build something, I wouldn't worry about grow out cages. I would only do the layer cages. In my opinion, that would be the thought process that I would have. 160 acre homestead is in the house. When you ship eggs, do we pick them up from the post office or do they deliver it to the house like a normal package? They do deliver to the house unless you request on the website hold for pickup, and then we'll put your number on it. They'll call you and you'll pick up there. But no, live birds, you have to pick up at the post office. Hatching eggs, they come to your door. But if you order from us, we send you a tracking number a day or two, sometimes 3 days in advance before we actually ship out. So you'll have the tracking and you can track it and know where it's at. Kiki is in Houston. Welcome. La Rochelle Farms in the house. Hello, everyone. Better late than never. Mark here from Connecticut. Welcome. We're glad you're here. I'm still trying to get Mark to come to QuailCon, so we'll see if I can convince him. I don't think I will, but I'll keep trying. 31 Craft says working towards self-sufficient meat and eggs. That is awesome. I think that's a great idea, if I have to say so myself. And best of luck to you. If we can help in any which way, feel free to ask. Sandra from Connecticut, Central Connecticut, welcome. We're glad you're here. Kentucky Will says, I have asked this before, but I had to leave to feed chickens. Do you know where to buy Bobwhite quail? No. You could try dalesquails.com. I think he still has Bobwhites and he still sells them, but I don't know for sure. Other than that, I don't know who has them, unfortunately. I'm sorry. But I would check that out, at least. dalesquails.com. Richard Brown's in the house. I got 60 or so from you last year and have hatched probably 800 or 1,000 so far, and that is a conservative number. You have good genetics. Thank you. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. And you're killing it. You're just going to town. That's awesome. Congratulations. And we try, and we do work closely, not just with Duke University, but a couple universities. University of Kentucky, Duke University, Syracuse, Ohio State, and there was one more. Purdue. Forgot about Purdue. And all but 2 of them are all about genetics. So we kind of work with them. They give us feedback, explain things to us and things like that. And it's really, I mean, I don't think that we could be as big as we are without all of their information. I really don't. So they've helped us tremendously. And it's coming to you now, so I'm really excited about it. Danielle says, if there wasn't an ocean in between, I would definitely be at QuailCon. I hear you. I hear you. I like I like the willingness to, so that's awesome. But we'll post some videos since you can't make it, and maybe down the future. You never know. La Rochelle Farm says, Zach, I think I know the answer to your problems. You just need more quail. I mean, has anyone ever mentioned that to you? You know, I think I've heard that a couple of times. My wife, that like it needs to be tattooed on her forehead because she says it all the time. We have too many orders. We need more quail. And I'm like, where do you want me to put the extra quail, Jenna? Like, I don't know what to do. And she's like, I don't know, but we need more quail. And I'm like, Why, you've always said that. You've always said it. She's like, well, we've always needed it. And I'm like, you don't know what else to do. So yeah, I hear that quite a bit. We do need more quail though. Mark says, I ordered eggs today. Fab Fee, first quail eggs ever. That is awesome. Thank you very much for choosing us. Best of luck to you. We will get you out as quickly as possible. They will be laid fresh. We will give you a heads up a few days before we even ship. Shipping does take about 2 to 3 days to ship once they are at the post office, and they're laid same day as we ship. But good luck, and if you have any questions on your journey, feel free to let me know. Muddy Farm 75 says, hi from Southern Indiana. I'm just popping in to say hi, trying to finish dinner after painting my bedroom. There you go. You have a really big bedroom. You've been painting that for quite some time. Well, thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it. And that is actually going to lead me. I'm a little caught up now. That's going to lead me to what I wanted to say real quick. So I'm really big on, I want you to have as much information as I can give you, right? So that's why we do a bunch of our videos. But I'm really transitioning that to, I really want it to be a community where we all can help each other as well. So with that being said, we've started a ton of Facebook groups. that are specifically for certain things, you know, Quail in the Kitchen, or Quail for Profit, or the Self-Sufficient Quail, or Newbie Quail Lovers, or Quail Call, a step above the newbie stage, or I'm sure we got more, but you know, things like that. And we try to do the YouTube channel, and you know, we work together with Whiskey Tango Farms and Slightly Rednecked and Living Traditions Homestead, and we try to collaborate and things like that. And with that being said, BYC, which is Backyard Chickens, is another great resource to use for a community setting, as well as getting answers and different opinions and ideas. So check that out. But I'm going to be working with someone that has been a long-term member there for quite some time, and we are going to be doing a video on that to try to help you find other roles that you can take to be more self-sufficient, part of a community, and getting answers and helping others. So that video will be coming soon. So check that out. Kaylee the Hillside Homestead says, thanks for the reply. I'll try to get my quail out in the next week. Not a problem. And best of luck to you. Andrea Perry says, put 25 of my own celadons in lockdown today. Just implemented some suggestions you had for me after my last Myshire egg hatch. So far, so good. Awesome. I love to hear that. Keep me posted. I know that they aren't for me, but I'd like to know how the results go with the changes. So please keep me posted, and good luck. Witch Doctor's in the house. I could be wrong, but I think it was Witch Doctor. Witch Doctor, you got the bit for the drill for plucking, didn't you? I'm pretty sure you did. If you did, I think you did. If you did, if you could let us know how that went, I would appreciate it. Ray is in the house. I bought a 5-tier brooder on fire sale from Tractor Supply. Etsy sellers selling legs for the heating plates. There you go. That's awesome. Well, you were well on your way, so best of luck to you. Adam is in the house. Hi, this is Rob and Carla from Kentucky. Our eggs was shipped yesterday, and we are excited to get them. This is our first time trying quail. Well, that is awesome. Best of luck to you. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. It can be nerve-wracking, but we sent you a hatching guide. We sent you a little magnet saying the day that they were laid, and give you some more tips on there as well. And I'm sure you're going to do great. We've got a bunch of videos to help you, but just be excited, and just whatever happens, it's going to be great. So good luck, and keep us posted. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. La Rochelle Farm says, is Connecticut representing at QuailCon? Well, I can tell you these are the states so far. New York, Ohio, Iowa, Wisconsin, Florida, Virginia, Kansas, Maryland, Georgia, Tennessee, Missouri, Louisiana, Kentucky, North Carolina, Utah, Colorado, Pennsylvania, Arkansas, Michigan, California, Indiana, Illinois, Texas, San Diego. Nope, not San Diego. South Dakota. I always think San Diego. Sorry. If you're from South Dakota, I forget your state sometimes. I apologize. South Dakota. Oklahoma is representing. I think I said it wasn't earlier. I apologize. Oklahoma is representing at QuailCon. West Virginia and South Carolina is also representing, which I lied about earlier as well. I should probably learn how to read a little bit better. I apologize. But those are the states that are coming so far. And there's many people in each state coming. So that's pretty exciting. So no Connecticut is the answer to your question. Not talking to me. Ray says, I pickle my quail eggs. A lot of people do. We've tried it before. I wouldn't say we're very good at it. But we've tried it before, and it was great. We just haven't done it in a while. But hopefully we'll be able to do that shortly. Calvin is in the house. Pickling recipes can folks share, or a video done? We will work on that. In fact, if you have a recipe, or you are willing to do a video, preferably 10 minutes, somewhere around that time frame, to do a recipe, and you want to edit it, if you would like to email that to me. I actually have a playlist that we started, and it's called Quail Recipes, I do believe. Cooking with quail recipes, I can't remember. Anyways, so that is not me. That is someone else doing it. You can check those videos out, but you're more than welcome to send me the email, and I will put that in there so that other people can see it. And that Facebook group that I mentioned earlier, Quail in the Kitchen, has a lot of recipes on there that you could check out. Cindy says, any chance of getting recordings of talks from QuailCon? We will be working on something like that. I need... we are going to be doing some videos. I don't exactly know what we're going to do yet. If we can afford it, I would prefer to hire someone, a professional, not like a crazy, $55,000 for the weekend professional, but, I'd like someone to come out and professionally do videos and stills and things like that, the talks, and have good sound, good audio, and I don't know if we'll afford it. But if not, then we'll at least record what we can, and we'll post as much as we can. Zach, I'll be messaging you after the live, or tomorrow. I have an idea to run by you. Sounds good. Now, that's a great point. I'm glad you mentioned that. Yeah, please message me. I'd be happy to hear anything you got. So, like I said, I'm going to be out of town this weekend for my anniversary. With that being said, I have a lot to do. I've got to go. Well, you don't care about my to-do list, but my to-do list is very, 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 very long. So I will get to your messages. I will make sure that my phone is 100% caught up by Friday, but it might take me between 12 to 36 hours to respond. So keep that in mind this week. And I've promised no phone this weekend. We'll see how that goes. It stresses me out when I get a lot of texts. So maybe she'll sleep in and I can sit on the porch and do my phone a little bit. But let's just plan that I'm not going to have my phone this weekend. So you won't be able to get a hold of me. And if that's the case, I will put a message on my texts and on my voicemail and things like that. Oops, getting recordings from QuailCon for a price for those of us not able to come. It hasn't fully been decided yet. If we can get someone professional to come out, it would be nice to be able to do a DVD of just the talks, and we could mail that out to people. Would be awesome. Right now, I can't do that, but I am going to try, and I've got a lot of time to work on that. But worst case scenario is we'll do it ourselves, and we'll post the videos on YouTube. But if we can get it professionally done, it'd be great to be on a DVD for you to keep and be able to do what you want with. Bill is in the house. I hope I say this correctly. Bill Evis, I hope I said that correct, is in the house. Thanks for everything you do. Well, thanks for showing up. I appreciate your support. And we did hit over 200 likes, so thank you very, very much. I appreciate all of your guys' support. You guys are great. Michael's in the house. Hi, Quail fam from Holland. 90 eggs currently in the incubator. Can't wait for them to hatch. I hear you. That's the roughest part, is just waiting. So best of luck to you. That's awesome. And that's a lot of eggs. Congratulations. A lot of international people. We've had Ireland, Holland, England, South Africa. That's really cool. Raised in the house, pickling the eggs is a great pastime. I generally like them sweeter and spicy as well. There you go. For those that may not know, was promoted by BYC. What do you mean promoted? And I don't know what that means. And I did not know that either. What does that mean? Tell me. Every time I pickle quail eggs, they get rubbery. Why? I am not the person to ask that or answer that question. But I'm sure somebody in the comments will be able to help you out. David Clay says, what age do you add young birds to establish cage? Also, what will I get from breeding standards and jumbos together? Well, you'll get a mix of both, but the earliest you really should do it is 6 weeks, and that I really don't recommend. I would do 8. 6 you might be able to get away with. After 8 weeks, they will be fine. No worries at all. So the best answer, the best practice is 8 weeks. could get away with 6 or 7, but you need to keep an eye on them because it could go bad. And if you breed standards and jumbos together, it's much faster and easier to lose the weight of the jumbos than it is to increase the size of standards, is the best way to say it. So you could have some standards gain some weight, but 7 times out of 10, those jumbos are going to go down to standard size within 2 generations. And we've learned that from experience. So, but made us better. Overcooking the eggs, maybe. Okay. S. McKee is in the house from Eastern Washington. Welcome. We're glad you're here. And Washington's not representing QuailCon yet. We got many people from California, so I'm just saying, Washington, you're right there. Caleb C's in the house, ordered 50 golds and ended up candling and putting 52 into lockdown today, so fingers crossed. Seems like it's going to be a really great hatch. That is wonderful to hear. I love to hear that. Keep me posted, obviously, but it sounds like you're killing it, so congratulations on that. And good luck. Adam Jones is in the house from Wales, UK. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Another international. That's super cool. I know it's super late there, or super early, I guess, however you want to look at it. But thanks for being here. I appreciate you. Papin Homestead says, what temperature should you keep quail chicks? The easier way to do that is to type into the search bar, why are my chicks dying? By Myshire Farm, and watch that like 8-10 minute video, and that will give you the information you need. But the short answer, which I just can't really explain because it would take too long, the short answer is technically it's supposed to be 99 degrees the first day, and then half a degree a day less every day. So it starts at 99 and then it goes to 98.5 and 98 and 97.5 and 97. But that is exhausting. So I don't do that. I don't recommend it, but you could do that. And that's technically the right way to do it. But there's another way. So watch that video and we will explain that for you on there. But that would just take a long time for me to do now. And I am almost an hour behind. Okay, I got to pick it up. I'm going to take a drink and then we're going to keep going. All the rough and ready lads, 15 to 21-year-olds are on my estate. Can't wait for me to get eggs and hatch. Last thing I would expect, it's a real talking point already, and they haven't even arrived yet. That's awesome. Well, best of luck to you. That's super exciting. Great couple of weeks here making money from our quail, getting a good handle on where and how to sell for profit. Wonderful. Congratulations. That's super exciting. I wish you all the best. PJ's Family Farm says hello all. You beautiful quail people. I'm here from Catskill Mountains of New York. I'm not late. I've been watching, just got my phone to chat. Well, welcome. We're glad you're here, and thanks for being here. David is in the house from Southeast Ohio. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Sandra gave us the thumbs up. Thank you very much. 215 other people have given us the thumbs up as well, so thank you all for all your support. And we've had $20 in donations for QuailCon tonight, so a lot of generosity going on tonight. Thank you very much. I really appreciate all of you. Ordered some eggs. Can't wait to get started from Monty V. Well, welcome. We're glad you're here. Welcome to the community. And if you ordered them from us, I will get you out as quickly as possible. I promise. I'm still stressed out about all the orders, but I'm going to go as quickly as possible. And I've got a good plan. We're going to stick to it. And we'll get you out as quickly as possible. I promise. I promise. Egertland 18 says hi from New Jersey. Welcome. We're glad you're here. We are so excited to get started with Jumbo Wild. Sorry if I missed the answer to this, but when will they be back in stock? They will be back in stock in around 3 to 4 weeks. If you watch the first 5 minutes of this show, once I post it, it'll give you all the reasons why we're doing that, but we're actually going to keep them off for about 3 or 4 more weeks. But once they go back on, we will not be taking them off. We'll just have that longer wait time. But at least you'll be in the queue and we'll get you out as soon as possible. So thank you for your patience and understanding. Until I watched your Quail for Profit, didn't even know about Farmer's Market. There's a small one around the corner every Sunday. Love your videos. I'm by Gatwick Airport. English peeps about to be educated. There you go. I love the enthusiasm. and excitement. I think that's contagious. I think that's really exciting. So I'm really happy that you're part of the community, and I have no doubt that you're going to do absolutely awesome. Adam's in the house. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Psycho Ward 360 is in the house. Hi, everyone from Vegas. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Nevada is not coming to QuailCon yet. We'd love to have you. We'd love to have you and crap. Psycho Ward and who was it? Did my thing just fall? Why do I always forget the handle name? Sorry. You know who I'm talking about, though. Crap. Sorry. Pappin says, how do you tell males from females on the whites and brown jumbos? The brown jumbos are feather sexable. So feather pattern on the chest will show you how to feather sex. But Pappin, if you go to our playlist section on our YouTube channel, there's a playlist called All About the Colors. There's one about the Jumbo Wilds and there's one about the Jumbo Whites. And in that video, it gives you all the information you need to know about them, how to sex them, what they look like, male and female difference, how to vent sex, how to feather sex, average size, all that jazz. So that should help a lot. PJ's Family Farm says, my growl feed just started laying 6 weeks old. Love to hear that. We have bred for that for quite some time. So that is wonderful. Witch Doctor. Yes. Why? Why is that so hard for me? Yes. Thank you very much, Verna. I forget what I was saying. Yeah, growl feed's laying at 6 weeks old. We've bred for that. That's something you breed for, and that was awesome. Thank you very much for letting me know, and best of luck to you. You're doing a great job. I woke up like this. Love the name. Says, question, what to feed quail if you can't find quail food in your town? You know, they're not very picky. What I would recommend is actually watching a video that I did, which is called, well, if you just put in... Feed by Myshire Farm. Quail feed by Myshire Farm in the YouTube search engine. The first one that probably comes up is a picture of a Klombach bag. If you watch that video, it breaks down what we use. We show you the labels so you could take screenshots of those labels to your feed store or your local, Tractor Supply or whatever, and say, I need something to match up to that. You could do it that way. But long story short, you're looking for preferably a crumble for your layers that is between 25 and 30% protein, and then you're looking for 15 to 20% protein in your layers. I might have said that wrong. Your starter growers up until they're 8 to 10 weeks old, you're looking for a 25 to 30% protein. And then your layers after that can go on a 15 to 20% protein, which will increase the calcium and fiber, which is what you want to do. But the video I just told you about is going to go in depth and give you a lot more information that you probably don't even know to ask right now. So I would check that out. Little Ridge Farm says, I'll be calling you soon. Zach would like to run a few things by you. Feel free to let me know. I do not answer the phone anymore because I'm in the quail barn at all times. And I can't hear, and you can't hear me, and it's very frustrating. So I'm only texting or emailing now. And that is a new change that we decided that we were going to do because when I'm in the house, it's family time, is what I was told. So. But I'm also in the quail barn for 16 hours a day. So, Mass S is in the house from Parrump. Welcome. We're glad you're here. I don't know where that's at. Smith Julie's in the house. Smith family in the house. Welcome. We're glad you're here. S. McKee says, J-Man Random made a couple quail cages that are so easy to make and super easy to clean. Go to the channel and click on playlist and select quail. I built one and love it. That's awesome. Thank you very much for sharing. Hopefully people will be able to watch that. Haliz Israel, I hope I said that correctly, says, thanks for the knowledge you share. Where can I purchase eggs on the website? Where can I purchase eggs on the website? The website is myshirefarm.com. It's also, there's a link to it in the About section on our YouTube channel as well. Psycho Ward 360, welcome. Moon Outdoor says, when you guys did a paid butcher class, how did you advertise it? Facebook, Craigslist, word of mouth. And I think a YouTube video. No, I don't think we did a YouTube video yet. I don't think we were really doing YouTube yet. So Facebook and Craigslist. Craigslist is where most of it came from. Great question. Ray Burns says, hi from New Mexico. First batch of jumbo wild eggs from back in January. 110 eggs in incubator. Only 48 hatched. Maybe a rotation issue with the incubator rails. Not doing enough on one side. Second batch in male. Hopefully you let me know that. If you didn't, please get with me this week. Back in January. I would assume you already reached out to me. But if you didn't, please let me know. Because that's not quite the 50% hatch rate we need to make sure you're taken care of. But I do know that I just shipped you just the other day. So your second's on the way, and good luck. AJ King says, my humidity is at 61%. I've got quail eggs in my incubator. Is that okay? If it's during incubation, that is way too high. You'll drown the eggs. So no, you need to get that water out as quickly as possible. But if you're at lockdown, you'll probably want to increase it about 5 to 7%. Carolyn Stoner says, I'm a local to the farm. I'm excited to get started with quail soon. Awesome. Congratulations. And best of luck to you. We're glad you're here and welcome to the community. Steve Foote enjoying from Greenwood, Arkansas. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Arkansas is representing QuailCon, so that's pretty exciting. La Sierra Acres Hatcheries in the house. Feed around here just went up 7.5% from $17 to 50-pound bag to $18.25 for 50 pounds. How is the feed cost for everyone else at the feed store? I don't know yet. I'm sure they'll go up, but we'll see. I mean, it's got to go up. Feed is based off gas. I mean, gases went up 75 cents in 2.5 weeks. So feed's going to go up. It just is what it is. So we'll just try to minimize it as much as possible. Another thought that I wanted to share with you. And again, everybody needs to do what they need to do. It's how you should do it. So I'm not disagreeing. This is the mindset that I have, that I'm just sharing, and it's a different point of view, and you can either say, nope, that's not for me, or, oh, well, okay. A lot of people are freaking out about the prices of everything, which we all should, because it's ridiculous. Okay, with that being said, hi, buddy. With that being said, a lot of people are, how do I raise my quail, or I can't afford the feed, or how do I supplement the feed for cheaper things, and all that is fine. Another thought process that you might want to go with is, okay, well, what if I just sell some of my quail for profit? And that'll pay for the feed and the increase. And it's just a different way. I mean, if you're going to make your own feed, if you're going to do fodder, if you're going to do this, then you're going to spend time doing that, and you're going to save money. I don't know if you're going to be able to do that and try to sell some of your eggs. You might need to pick one or the other depending on your time restraints. But that's just an idea that I had. AJ King says, actually, I just checked. It is in the Farm Innovator Pro Series Digital Incubator Model 4250, and my humidity is at 55%. First time ever doing eggs. Let's see. My humidity's at 61. That's still a little too high for me for the incubation process. So I'd like you to get some of that water out. Try to keep it between 40 and 45. If you have to, it could go up to 50. That's okay. But after that, you really don't want it to go up after that until lockdown. Would be best practice. Dennis Peel is in the house. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Sorry for missing your show. I just got in from feeding my chickens and my quail. Well, thanks for being here. Like Chris from Slightly Redneck says, we don't take attendance. We're just happy you're here. Glenn Wells says, I found you from Living Traditions Homestead too. Just got 2 more eggs up to 13 since Tuesday. We'll be ordering soon. Just giving you some breathing room. I hear what you're saying. I do feel a little bit better, but I got a lot of orders out last week, like a lot. And then things hit the fan when our corporate accounts and our regular Balut customers were like, you kind of put us on the back burner, and we were cool, but we're still on the back burner. And I'm like, okay, we got to do something. We got to do something. So, but we have a plan. I'm feeling better about life, I think. Hidden Creek Quail says, Zach, we had a strange egg yesterday. It was empty and flat. It looks like it was maybe just the membrane of the egg. Is that an issue or something that just happens? Anything to avoid? If I am correct, I do believe your quail are still a little young. So that's completely normal. Don't overthink it. And you're fine. You're fine. And sometimes that happens anyway. It would be different if they were all like that or if it's continuously like that, but I do believe that yours is still kind of young, so not an issue at all. Patricia says, I picked up a used hatching time cage as well as 6 adult quail yesterday, planning to take a little time to get to know quail. In a few months, I'll get an incubator and start hatching. Excited. That is awesome. Congratulations. You are well on your way, and it sounds like you did your research before, and you're doing great. Congratulations. If you need any help, feel free to ask. We'll be happy to help. Mr. Jim 5280 is in the house. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Let's see. Yeah, AJ King, if you're during the first 14 or 15 days of incubation, just lower that to 40-45% humidity, and you're fine. It's no big deal. You're okay. Just, I wouldn't keep it there. Andrea Sutter says, we got our first Wynola 3-tier cage and had our first hatch bad in November. Had in November. Hopefully you had a good hatch. I don't know. But in November, but you're fairly new, but you're getting used to it all. I love the Wynola Ranch cages, so you did great there. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. We'd be happy to help, and welcome to the community. They've been laying for about 3 weeks. Yeah, they're still a little young, so it's okay. I have a Pro Series digital incubator model, 4250. My heat is 99, humidity is 54. Yeah, just lower the humidity, you'll be okay. 41 likes needed to reach Zach's goal. We're actually at 224 because all of you were so generous and kind. So thank you very much for that. Zach, do you have any issues with double stacking trays with jumbo eggs in the GQF? Yeah, if you use the quail egg trays, you can't double stack jumbos. If you use the pheasant trays, you can, but you're putting a lot less eggs in. So in the GQF, you can put, well, La Rochelle Farm, I would probably not recommend getting jumbos. I would strongly recommend filling your GQF with very productive egg laying standard size quail. I think that's going to help a lot in the long run. That's all I'll say. Scuba Healer says 628 Dirt Rooster and Mike Berry on YouTube are awesome for bee info. Thank you very much. I will write that down. I don't mind listening to a lot of stuff while I work. Sometimes I listen to it numerous times because obviously I'm not a good multitasker. I think I am, and then I go, I don't remember anything they just said. But I'm trying. I'm worried about the humidity in my incubator. It says, yeah, just lower it, take the water out, use a, turkey baster or, something like that, get the water out, and you'll be just fine. Mr. Jim 5280 says drill pluckers are all bad. Okay, so you had a bad experience. Thanks for letting us know. I appreciate that. If this is successful, I'd like to buy some jumbo quail eggs from you. Well, good luck. I hope you do well. Even if you don't order from me, I still hope you do well. Just get that humidity down just a little bit and you should be fine. Are the new colors jumbo? No, they are not. One is feather sexable, one is not. And we're still going to work on 2 things that I really like, but we are going to get rid of a couple things that I just don't have the passion for, to be honest with you. I just don't care enough um, about that specific thing, about that specific color, gene, whatever. Um, but no, we're gonna keep the two that's not even on the website yet, and the two that we're working on, we're gonna keep, and we are working on another jumbo. But that's gonna be a year and a half before we're ready to announce that. Jess Sabin, Iron Vale. Homesteads in the house from Colorado. I'm on day 16 with my Myshire eggs, waiting to see the outcome is hard. I understand that completely. We talked about that earlier, actually. Best of luck to you, and stay patient. You're going to do great, and good luck. Keep me posted. Mr. Jim 5280 says, how long are chicks in a brooder before they can be moved outside? At this time of year, I would recommend 4 weeks. End of spring, all of summer, beginning of fall, I would say 3. And then the rest of the year, I would say 4 to be safe. Yeah, a lot of people have issues with calling. AJ King says, I killed my first rooster on Friday. It was a little rough. A lot of people have issues with it starting out, but you'll get used to it. You'll get used to it, and eventually you'll say, no, that male needs to go. Jasmine Bass says, I am late, dang daylight savings, LOL. Hi, friends from sunny Southwest Missouri. Welcome. We're glad you're here. That's okay. We're happy you showed up. Katrina says, yes, I use the drill plucker. Works great after scalding. Okay, there you go. Wow, I'm still behind. Okay, I'm going to focus. I'm going to focus and go fast. Here we go. Joy says, what eggs do you send to the winner of the 1800 contest? It really varies on what the email says. If they're working on something specific, then I try to help them out. But usually it's a nice little mix. A lot of them are going to be feather sexable. Half will be rare, half will be really good layers. I throw a couple of larger bird breeders in there, so they have kind of a mix of everything, and then they can kind of decide what they want to work on rather than me telling them what they should work on. I want them to be as involved as possible. I have not had, my church is fasting and my family is fasting, and so the kid said, what are you fasting until Easter? And I said, vegetables. And Jenna said, nope. And I said, what do you want me to fast? And Madison said, how about Mountain Dew? And I said, okay, but you're going to live with the consequences. So I haven't had Mountain Dew since. And I'm not doing too bad. In fact, I've had 4 gallons of orange juice in 3 days. I forgot how much I love orange juice. What's the best way to cook older roosters? On the grill. I love the grill. I love it. Newbie says, I have the one from Coops and More. It's good. Be careful of the ones from eBay. Oh, okay. All right. Thank you very much for sharing. I had no idea. Farm Keepers LLC is in the house. Joe from Jacksonville, Florida. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Cheryl, Kentucky Girl says, just got here. I ordered jumbos on February 11th. When will they ship? I would have to look that up, but you're more than welcome to text me with your order number, and I can get you an ETA for you. But it's hard to say. A lot of people ordered on the 11th, which is why we're not going to keep taking them off and putting them on, because that just did not work at all. Hobby Farms in the house. Welcome. La Rochelle Farm says, very true. I even made a video about the piece of junk I got off eBay. I now have the right farm plucker for quail from Coops and More, worth every penny. There you go. So there's a cautionary tale. And I do believe that we have the right farm plucker as well. I do believe. Illegal Amigo BP is in the house. Good evening from Missouri. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Welcome to the community. Peg P says, hey everyone, press the like button. Absolutely support the channel and hit that like button. I'd greatly appreciate it. Paper Princess says, I ordered Jumbo Wilds on February 11th. When should I expect them? You would have to text me your order number and I could look it up and get you an ETA, but I would have to look that up for you. But a lot of people ordered on the 11th, so I don't know off the top of my head because there's a lot. And some of them are very large orders. Like, I didn't even know they could order that many kind of orders. But yeah, you're more than welcome to text me, and I can look that up for you this week and get you an ETA. Hobby Farm says, "Hey Zach, when you get rabbit, I would suggest rabbit barbecue is good. I just ate rabbit. I prefer barbecue almost anything, so it's happening, and that'll probably be the first way we do it. We Jenna did the stew, and then she did something else I can't remember, but it was real fancy and it was good. But yeah, grill's always the best for me. Also, are you hoping to get live quail on your webpage soon? Until I can get eggs in a controllable manner, no. So we're probably talking 8 to 10 weeks before it's even a possibility. But I got to get these egg orders out. And so, yeah. No live quail for quite some time. Manuel is in the house. Do you guys ship to Puerto Rico? We don't right now. We have numerous times in the past. So Puerto Rico does have our quail. But when COVID happened, they kind of shut it down because it was like going through customs. And now the avian influenza thing. And so, yeah, it's just, we can't right now. AJ King says, I need them quail with the little hoop-de-doo on its head. Sorry, first time raising Southeast Tennessee. Well, welcome. We're glad to hear. And I would assume you're talking about valley quail. I've never had that. Oh, Gambles. Yeah. I don't know why I said valley. Gambles. Also, Zach, out of the rare hatching eggs you had on, were any feather sexable? Yeah. Yeah. A lot of them are feather sexable. Pearls, fab fees, Egyptian fees, pansy fees, autumn ambers, some of the silvers. Yeah, a lot of stuff. Yep. Tom Hill's in the house from Mapleton, Utah. I've been watching Living Traditions and have decided to grow quail. I have all the equipment and we'll start in the next 90 days. See you in September. That's awesome. I can't wait to meet you at QuailCon. Thanks for coming, and good luck on your journey. And if we can help you in any which way, feel free to let us know. Hey, Zach, put 45 out of 50 mixed eggs from Myshire into the Nurturite 360. 43 were fertile, currently hatching. That is wonderful to hear. I'm very excited about that. Sounds like we fixed the issues, which was the weather and the shipping, but, you know. But we're fixing it, so it's getting fixed. That's a plus. So we will get you out as quickly as possible. And, oh, no, you already have them. Yeah. So keep me posted. You tell me as quick as possible how many hatched. Hopefully you get 42. I mean, you could get 43. I'd take 41 as well, but hopefully you get a good hatch. Silly Cat says, hey, Zach, Stacy from North Georgia. Thanks for your help with the Turner issue. Looking forward to the rare mix hatch. Pearl or pansy next. Hard choice, I know. It is a hard choice. I would only go with the pearl because it's feather sexable. But the pansy, you're also going to get sparkly, which is feather sexable. So get them both. Gregory's in the house. Cackle Hatchery has Bobwhite quail. That's true. Yeah, eBay, Cackle. I don't know if anyone in particular is what I meant. But yeah, all the hatcheries will have Bobwhites for sure. I need hens. We'll pay whatever until mine hatch, then wait 6 weeks. I hope you find some. I'm doing good. Oh, not talking to me. Witch Doctor says Murray McMurray Hatcher has Bobwhites too as well. Yep. And, oh, what's that other hatchery? Purely Poultry has a bunch of really cool stuff on it as well. Little Ridge Farm says, thank you, mods, for your work and time helping everyone and sharing our YouTube channels to help us. Thank you very much. AJ says, I need hens now and no quail to be found around. Yeah, it's everywhere. How much to sell quail for? I have a playlist called Quail for Profit. I would check that out, but I do not like telling people how much they should charge. You need to do some market research, find out what's in your area, and find out how much it costs and find out what works best for you and what your customers can afford and what's fair for both of you. But everywhere is different. But that Quail for Profit playlist will go into that. Why aren't your quail outside? They lay better inside, and I don't want to be outside 16 hours a day. I want to be inside, away from the wind, or the heat, or the snow, or the. Says Holbrook. Hope I said that correctly. One of my 3-week-old Italian chicks is picking at the feathers on her back. Any thoughts on why? It could be a couple different things. If they're in the brooder and they still have feathers on her back. If they're in the brooder and the heat light's still on, it could be because they're overheating. And when they overheat at 2-3 weeks old, they'll start picking the middle of their feathers on their back out, and they don't grow back. That could be an issue. 3 weeks old, I would assume that's the issue. They're either overcrowded or overheated. They might not seem it, and you might think, well, the light's here and they can go over here, but they're not the smartest birds. So you kind of have to make them move. But I would check that out first. That sounds like it. I thought $1 out of the shell. My daddy told me 3. Yeah, I mean, it varies everywhere. I know someone that sells day-old chicks for $4. I know someone that sells them for 50 cents, and anywhere in between. Anthony's in the house. Howdy from North Georgia. We're looking for jumbo quail eggs. Would be interested in purchasing when you have some available. Thanks, Anthony and Jennifer. Well, welcome. We're glad you're here, and welcome to the community. And I will be putting those back on in about 3 to 4 weeks, and we won't be taking them off. But I do want to get this round caught up before I put them back on. But hopefully you can wait. And thank you very much for your patience, and thanks for asking. I appreciate that. AJ King is in East Tennessee. Welcome. We're glad you're here. I forgot I had heard. Yeah. Move fast. Steve Berry says, take some time off and go fishing. Yeah, Great Lakes out there. There you go. Silly Cat says, how do I get one of those sweatshirts and t-shirts? I do believe, I can't do it right now, but I do believe if you exit out of the live chat, there's a little shop thing up there that you can click on. It gives you all the options, as well as if you go to our main page, there's tabs, and it'll say like videos, playlists, about, and then there's also one for like shop. And if you go to shop, there's a lot of different options. There's sweatshirts and mugs and tumblers and t-shirts and all kinds of cool stuff. Joey says, Terry at Attorney's Corner did a review on the drill plucker a while back. I did not see that one, but that would be a good place to check that out as well. Juan says, hello, welcome, we're glad you're here. Silly Cats from Woodstock, Georgia's in the house. Welcome, glad you're here. AJ King says, I really need hens, and there are none to be found. It's a thing. Yep, that's exactly how it's going on right now. Josh's Punk Rock Garden says, I wonder how that drill plucker would work with a cheap drill press. I don't know. Deidre coming to QuailCon from Florida. Yep, absolutely. Well, welcome. We're glad you're here, and I can't wait to meet you. That's super exciting. You're going to have a great time. We're all going to have a great time. Hobby Farm says, hey, Zach, my quail I got off you. I've handled them so much that they are tame, and every day I go to feed them, they make noise. They then run up to my hand when it's there, even after I feed them. That's great. Congratulations. And yeah, it's pretty easy to train them. But you're obviously doing it right. So congratulations. Susan Kruger's in the house, says, love all the info. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Ora Johnson says, I love the YouTube channel at Myshire Quail. They are just what I need as a newbie. They are short and to the point. Love it so much. We cannot wait to get started. Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. And thanks for being here, and welcome to the community. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. And remember, Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we go live for a rapid fire live Q&A, which does not take as long, but it's only questions being read and answered. Bars Farm is in the house from Tennessee. A lot of Tennesseans tonight. Is it Tennesseans? Voles, maybe? Welcome. We're glad you're here. Jennifer Porter says, can you explain what the 18 and under contest is for those that are new to your channel? Thank you. Not a problem. 18 and under contest is for, it's a contest we do every month. We announce the winner the first Sunday of every month. And it is to promote the next generation to become more self-sufficient, learn entrepreneur skills, learn responsibility, learn where their food's coming from, and hopefully that will encourage and entice and excite them to do more and more in the self-sufficient community and world. So that's what we do. We give a lot of stuff away every month. A lot of people are involved. I do have a video. In fact, right below your comment, Jennifer, Verna, our moderator, put about 18 under contest and a link to it. If you click on that, or if you go to the YouTube main screen and type in the search bar 18 and under contest by Myshire Farm, there's a short, it's probably 5-6 minutes long, short video about everything they win, why we're doing it, most of everybody involved. It needs to be updated, but yeah, that's the gist. Jill says, wow, the price of one of those Wynola cages, you could build your own shed plus cages. Phew. It takes a lot of work. I hear what you're saying, but it does take a lot of work, and they are nice. Paper Princess says, Tractor Supply's highest protein crumble is 24%. Is that good enough for chicks to adult? That's right on the verge. I would look at a turkey starter or a pheasant starter at Tractor Supply, and that will probably be closer to 28 to 30%. So that's what I would look at first. But you could do 24%. It wouldn't be the end of the world. But I would look at pheasant or turkey starter. Bars Farm says, I've got 117 eggs in the incubator right now. That is awesome. Best of luck to you. And I wish you all the best. Silly Cat says, boil them for less time before pickling. There you go. Lee's Quail is in Oklahoma. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Eggs get rubbery when they are cooked too long. All right. Jay Verson 81 says, hey, Zach, I have over 100 eggs in my incubator, and I'm on day 16, no eggs pipping. Yeah, late 16th, early 17. You just got to be patient. It's normal. It's okay. You don't really want to do anything unless you have to. If in 2 days you're still not getting anything, then you need to contact me. And if you can get on our live tomorrow night at 8, if they're still not pipping, then maybe we'll change it then. But we're still a little early before we start thinking about it. Paper Princess says, I've been checking for a month now, and duck and chick grower starter at 24 is the highest they've had. Yeah, again, go to a turkey or a pheasant starter, and that problem will be solved for you. When plucking quail, what temp do you scald at? 165, right? Is it 165? No, 135. 135 to 140. Is that right? God. Obviously, I haven't done it for a while. Yeah, it is. It's 135 to 140 is what I do. Yeah. I can visualize it. Mindy F says, Katurnic Corner has a video on the drill plucker. There you go. The Grazing Farm Set says, hi, everyone. Greetings from Southwest Missouri. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Let's see. Kristen Pack says, looking forward to starting quail as soon as the baby chickens get out of my brooder. Absolutely. I understand that. Manuel says, do you guys ship to Puerto Rico? We will eventually, but we aren't right now due to the avian influenza outbreak. And before that was COVID. So who knows what they're going to throw at us next. But yeah, eventually we'd love to start again. Kelly Hurd says, got everything started, ready to go, and no eggs. I don't know which, like, are you waiting on eggs, or you just haven't decided yet? I don't know what that means. But if you have ordered, we will get you some as soon as possible. Maybe that's what I'll take it that way. Sage Wolf says, Northeast Ohio's in the house. Welcome, we're glad you're here. Harlan Cooper says, hello, everybody. Shout out from Wisconsin. Welcome, we're glad you're here. Witch Doctor says, oops, I forgot to buy our tickets. Nevada, aka Las Vegas, will be at Quail Con and dinner too. Awesome. I'll be really excited to meet you guys. I know we've been talking for quite some time, so it'll be nice to actually do face to face. That'll be super fun. WTF Squash says, we had problems with the first batch of eggs we got from you. We started with 11 chicks hatching. Now we have 45 birds and 35 are laying eggs. That is awesome. Congratulations. Hopefully you let us know what was going on and we took care of you. 45 birds and 35 are laying hens, laying eggs. That's great. It sounds like you're busting it out. You're doing great. Congratulations. Brian says 2022 is looking great. It's looking a lot of things. Donnie and Lisa Pittman says, sorry for joining late. Lisa from Illinois. Well, welcome. We don't take attendance. You're good. Just like Chris says, and we're glad you're here. Thanks for showing up. We appreciate you. Richard says, I found a mini pellet layer, 20% protein, and they don't seem to waste as much and eat good. There you go. That's great. That's great. We used pellets before. They worked fine. WTF Squash says, we're on our 3 quail cages and planning to build another one. Next week, we're getting some chickens, and in April, getting 36 ringneck pheasants. That's very exciting. You are growing exponentially. Congratulations. Newbie says, Myshire Farm, it's not just fuel costs driving up feed, but wheat shortage. We imported a lot from Ukraine. That is true. There's a lot of, yeah, I agree with that. Jennifer says, can you please explain what the 1800, we did, maybe that was just accidentally reposted. Any suggestions for alternative feed? You could do it, yeah, I mean, there's many different ways to do it. I would rather focus on trying to sell some eggs to pay for the feed than trying to sort all that out. But yeah, there's many. I mean, there's fodder in there. They'll eat green, pretty much any green, and cucumbers, and you can mix, mealworms, and you can put, oyster shells together, and you can do this, and yeah. There's a lot of different ways you could do it for sure. Chris and Pack says, I've got someone at work who said he wants to buy all the pickled quail eggs I can get him, and I haven't even gotten the quail yet, LOL. That's a good start. That's a good start. Congratulations. Deidre says, what major airport is closest to QuailCon location? I want to go ahead and get my flight tickets. Dayton International would be absolutely the closest. It might be cheaper to go maybe to Cincinnati and then drive. That's only 45 minutes away, and that's a much bigger airport. But Dayton's only 20 minutes away. And Chris from Slightly Redneck was a speaker last year. I picked him up at the airport. He flew in at the Dayton airport, and he said that was a cheaper ticket than Cincinnati as well. Scott Auction says, Scott Strohsnyder? Scott Strohsnyder, I hope I said that correctly, here from Virginia. New to this, but wanting quail, have a 40 by 100 foot building. Well, you are well on your way. We'd love for you to get some quail, and we think that you will really enjoy it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, and welcome to the community. Is it okay your quail eggs are bigger than the jumbo egg cartons than we got from you? We just had some kits born today too. 2 weeks old we had, and now an albino rabbit. Looks cool, all white with red eyes. Albino. Very cool. That's super exciting. Yeah, the quail eggs are starting to get big. Starting to get big. What can you help me with? Whatever questions you got. What I would recommend is going to our YouTube channel and going to our playlist section. It's even on the top page, but it's new to quail. What you need to know is a playlist. The hatching process. That'll get you started, and then you can kind of decide how you want to raise them. Shelby Allison says, I keep having quail die at all different stages during incubation. My temp and humidity is good and consistent. Some of the eggs I investigated are incubation had white mold in them. It definitely sounds like it is an incubator issue, and it's a temp issue. It's more of a fluctuation issue than it is anything else, is what it sounds like. Because it's different stages, it's hot enough in there to start the incubation process, but then it's not circulating properly, which means they stop, they die at different stages. So it's definitely a circulation issue. I would check out your fan or fans in there, and that should fix the problem. Val Max has found you from Slightly Redneck. Any jumbo quail coming back to the website? I keep checking. About 3 to 4 weeks, but I will announce when I have a full ETA on the website and on YouTube, and I will announce that everywhere. But we're looking at about 3 to 4 weeks, but I'll announce an ETA about a week in advance. G. Rubin says, Zach, you have so much demand that you have to grow to keep up. That sounds like a great problem to have. I'm sure you'll ramp up production as fast as possible. We will very much try. Frank Kimball's in the house. F&E Quail Farm is here from Wisconsin. Welcome. We're glad you're here. I do believe that I missed a call from you guys today. I know we had an appointment scheduled. I apologize. We had some urgent care issues and things like that. So I will respond. I'll text you probably tomorrow, as I only had 2 hours of sleep last night. So after this, I will go to bed. But yeah, I will. I'll text you, and I apologize. I know that we had a scheduled time about QuailCon, and I just couldn't get to it. I was detained, unfortunately. But I'll get with you soon. Jennifer says, thank you, I will view it after this. Our granddaughter was given a pair of quail last fall, and she is in love with them. We are wanting to get some jumbos to raise and allow her to learn. Very cool. Congratulations. I think that's awesome. And yeah, good luck. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. But yeah, definitely check out the 18 and under contest. Ron says, as you get ready to sell quail or sell eggs, be sure to check your state regulation. That's true. Most states are okay with Coturnix, but yeah, you do need to definitely check locally. Nathan Trimp says, hey, Zach, I was wondering if you guys are working on new jumbo colors. I think it would be cool to see some Italian or silver jumbos. Silvers can never be jumbos because they can't breed true. If they do breed true, then you're doing something wrong. They're not supposed to. And they won't for long, for sure, before you have major issues. The Italians would be cool. They're very, very difficult to maintain and do, which is why it's not a thing right now. But we are working on a new jumbo, yes. That's going to be awesome. Jesse Sabin, Iron Vale Homestead says, just checking. I have one pipping for sure. Can't see any others at the moment. I think you said you were on day 16, I do believe. Good luck, and it's okay, and you'll do great. No worries. No, not to do. I know, right? Patricia says, I also processed my first 2 quail yesterday. The lady I bought from was nice enough to teach me with some she was calling. Very cool. Congratulations. That's awesome. Kristen says, is it worth it to spend the effort to pluck rather than just skin? Most people I know just skin. I prefer to skin. I think it's a lot faster and a lot easier, and you can get a lot more done in a short amount of time. But plucking is not bad either. I think it depends on what you like and what works best for you. But after doing both, I prefer to skin. It's a lot faster. Brian R. says, hey, from central Mississippi, that might be a no-no, but what about smoking quail and rabbit? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. We've done that before. It's amazing. Ryan says, looking to get started raising quail, what type should I look for as a noob who has chickens, or should I avoid having quail and chicken? They would be in separate areas. As long as they're in separate areas, that would be no problem at all. What I would look at is anything that's feather sexable. Any of the jumbos obviously are really good. The golds are feather sexable in great layers. The Egyptian fees are good, feather sexable and great layers and pretty big. The pansy fees are really nice, very pretty, good layers and feather sexable. Fab fees are feather sexable, good layers. Anything that's feather sexable to get you started would be a great starting point for sure. I have 16 rabbits, had 29. Someone gave me 29 rabbits for nothing at a swap meet, and 16 cages for nothing. Had to get a few of them. Absolutely. Killing it. Great job. The Journey says Louisiana, but temp in California. Ordered hatching eggs today. Well, good luck. Best of luck to you. If you ordered from us, we will get you out as quickly as possible. We wish you all the best. And no matter what, keep us posted. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Gregory says there is no vitamin C in dew. Great choice on the orange juice. Absolutely. I did wake up. I only slept for 2 hours last night, but I woke up after an hour, and I had the worst Charlie horse I've ever had in my life. It was awful. Absolutely awful. How do you tell if a pearl is a girl or boy? It's a feather pattern on the chest. If you go to All About the Colors playlist on our YouTube channel, there's an All About the Pearls, and at the beginning of that video it shows you the difference between male and female and how to tell. So that'll give you that. Brian R says, great, thank you so much, not a problem, glad we could help. Alan Floyd is in the house southwest. You don't know where, but somewhere southwest. Welcome, we're glad you're here. Brian R says, we are setting up for quail now. We used to raise them 8 to 10 years ago. We will be in contact when we are ready to hatch. Well, best of luck to you. And we are a little behind, so keep that in mind if you want to try to plan. But we wish you all the best and good luck. Danielle says, good night. All, it's now 14th and 1 a.m., but lovely to be a part of the Quail family. Thank you for such a warm welcome and great encouragement. It really does help enjoy your weekend with lovely wife. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Good night, and thanks for being a part of it and being a part of it for so long. We're happy you're a part of the community. It's okay with it now, but first times weren't fun. It's never been my favorite chore. I'm assuming you're talking about butchering. You guys have proven true to your... William Perry says, you guys have proven true to your words. Salute to Myshire. Well, thank you very much. I don't exactly know what I did, but we do try to do what we say and say what we do. That's important to us. So thank you very much for seeing that. Purple Schooly Girl says, hello, everyone from Tucson, Arizona. Running late, but the horse ride was worth it. I hear that. Welcome. We're glad you're here. And I bet that was fun. Leah Ann says, I have a chick that is about 3 days old, and its left eye keeps matting and closing. Any suggestions? Kind of stumbling and walks in circles. I would assume it's something neurological. Maybe it got stepped on, or maybe somehow it hit its head on something. It's walking around in circles. It's having... You could keep an eye on it. I think it's neurological, and when it is neurological, they'll last 2 or 3 more days, and then they'll not make it. So just be prepared for that. Jacob says, any update on jumbo eggs? Yes, jumbo eggs will be back on the website in about 3 to 4 weeks. The reason behind that is at the beginning of this live show, the first 5 minutes I talked about it to explain the process behind that, but it's 3 to 4 weeks. And once they are back on the website, we won't be taking them off. But I do want to get caught up first. Michelle Rushing's in the house. Dang it, I'm so late. I'll have to double back to the replay to see what I missed. Well, welcome. We're glad you're here. If you're just joining or just joined recently, make sure you watch the first 16 minutes of this live. We did the announcements then, and there are a lot of really, really cool announcements that's coming everybody's way. So make sure you check that out. Big John says, my eggs have been hatching over 3 days, starting on day 19. You do have a temperature issue, so your temp is too low. Your incubator is reading incorrectly. So you'll probably want to increase that. If it started on day 19, they've been hatching for 3 days. I would say your temp is probably off by a full degree. So just keep that in mind. Incubators lie. That's the rule. Parker Olson says, what is bloodless calling? It's a humane, easy way to call immediately without any blood. We actually have a video on that called The Bloodless Call by Myshire Farm, and you can look that up and see how that is, and it's fairly easy. Jessica Short says 160 is usually chickens, I think. It is. 165 is the chickens, which is why I got confused, because we've done chickens last, which is why I got confused. Thank you very much. That's correct. Val Max says, I got my starter and razor bags mixed up for the first 2 weeks. Any issues I need to look out for? No, they're going to take longer. I would keep them on the starter for an extra 2 weeks to help them get the weight that they need or could be. But other than that, everything else will be fine. Bill says, bones are okay raw. Just do not feed a dog cooked bones. Absolutely agreed. Yeah, 130 to 135 is correct. 160 to 165 is chickens. And I actually did that. Last time we did the quail, I did 165, and it took me like 5 or 6 to go, what is going... Oh, right. So, yeah. AZ Highland Homestead's in the house. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Go Big 007 says, have you seen pharaohs with one white wing? It's pretty, but how common is the white feathers in yours? Though these are your pharaohs. With one white wing, mm, under 10%. Under 10%. So it's a little common, but not very common. Is it normal for my eggs to hatch over the course of 3 days, starting on day 19? No, we talked about that, but it was just one way. Oh, okay, yeah. So it was it's a temperature issue. Your incubator is not reading correctly. You're probably off by a full degree. I would increase your temp now by 1 full degree, and I'd probably let it ride another 2 or 3 days, to be honest with you, because it could be off more than that. But yeah, that would be the issue. Go Big 007 says it was just one wing. Yeah, it doesn't have, I would say more than, if I had to put a number on it, maybe 5 to 7% of the time, it's only got the one, which we don't use. They go into mixed cages. JJ says, here from Columbus, question, ever heard, well, welcome neighbor, ever heard any problems with feeding quail peanuts? I am planning to grow peanuts and other items to supplement feed. I have not. I don't know anything about that. Peanuts. I don't know. My initial thought is it wouldn't be good for them, but it might be. I don't. I have no idea with that. No idea. Sorry. Newbie says, well, it's garbage night. I have a ton to put out moving, so I'll watch the rest later. Good night, all. Well, thanks for showing up. I appreciate it, and I'll get with you later on this week. Thank you very much. Jessica Short says, my auto turner died on me, so I have been turning by hand, but it takes a while to do 50 plus eggs 3 times a day. Do you have any suggestions? I'm worried about it cooling too much while open. Yeah, somebody else had this issue on Facebook, and if that's the case, just don't turn this time. It's better to not turn than to keep opening the incubator because they're gonna shrink wrap, or they're gonna, cold spots or warm spots or whatever. So just don't open anymore. Don't let them turn, or just don't turn them. It's okay. You're gonna get better results that way than keep opening it up. So yeah. Big John says my incubator has been at 99. I don't believe that your incubator is telling you the truth. I think it's probably closer to 97.5 to 98 because it's hatching so late and you're having a multiple day hatch. Hobby Farm says, hey, Zach, I did not mean to hit the thumbs down. Sorry, I changed it to thumbs up. Also, got to go by. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you very much. And I didn't even know. So thank you very much for changing. I appreciate you. And glad you were here. I have 3 separate hydrothermometers in the incubator looking for cool spots. Maybe they're bad ones too. I mean, if you've got those little generic, you can buy like a 4 or 5 pack of those little, I don't know, rectangle black ones. Those lie more than incubators. So make sure that you have a reliable thermometer, hygrometer as well. But yeah, I mean, because they're hatching on day 19, they're still hatching, and it's a 3-day hatch. It's forced air. It's got to be a temp issue. Has to be. Sorry. Big John says, thank you guys. I appreciate your knowledge and help. Sorry to give you the bad news. What sizes are your Celadon eggs? Sizes you hatch. The Celadon eggs, for what we're working on, the bigger size is about, I think it's a little over 13. I can't remember, 13.3, 13.7. I know that's a big gap, but I don't remember. Somewhere in the 13 gram range for the Celadon eggs. For the bigger size. The others are 11 something, 11.2 maybe, 11.5, somewhere around there. So between 11 and 13 is what we've been working on. Deidre says, anyone use cones for dispatching quail? Any recommendations? Yeah, use a red solo cup. Cut the bottom out, fit perfect. James says, hi, Zach. Here from Georgia, just starting with quail and wanted to let you know how much you have helped. Thanks for your time and knowledge. Well, thank you very much for letting me help, and good luck on your journey. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, and welcome to the community. Joan is in the house from Southern Arizona. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Cheryl, Kentucky Girl, says, I'm surprised you weren't having caffeine withdrawal headache since you quit do cold turkey. Yeah, me too. I mean, I'm tired, but I'm really not irritable or I don't have any headaches, or I'm doing okay right now. The Rain Harvester says 2/3 finished with my outdoor quail hutch. That's awesome. Congratulations. You're almost there. Hopefully this week. Good luck. Gary Miller says hello, Zach, Verna Young, and Ed Gabate, and to all the rest of the quail family and friends from North Carolina. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Skylar says, just bought a few jumbo whites and jumbo wilds. What happens if you breed the two together? You'll get jumbo whites. Sorry, excuse me. Jumbo whites and jumbo wilds, and then eventually you'll start getting pharaoh tuxedos after a couple generations. Jessica Short says, perfect, thank you for the info, not a problem. Juan Duran says, can't you just tilt the incubator, turn the eggs 3 times a day? Most likely that would probably, I mean, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, they bounce off of each other, and if humidity is high or you accidentally turn it too much, you're going to break them all. It'd be better not to do it. I understand what you're saying, and that maybe, but it would be better just not to worry about it. Gigi says, thank you for all the great information, but it is time to head to bed. Good night, everyone. Welcome, or thanks for being here. I really appreciate you. Jessica Short says, mine has the water in the bottom, so it will spill if I do that, sadly. Sure, yeah, just let it ride, and you'll get much better results. Don't worry about it. PJ's Family Farm says, anyone trying to join the groups, please answer all the questions. Thank you. Absolutely, on the Facebook groups. Gary Miller said, just want to let you know that I listen in on all your live streams. I have learned so much from you. Thank you for all you do. Well, thanks for watching and being a supporter. I really appreciate it, and I'm glad that you're part of the community. Big John says, y'all are the best. Thank you. Not a problem. Glad we could at least narrow it down for you. Marianne says, question, incubating 30 Egyptian pea eggs in the Nurturite 360. I noticed some pinhole white spots I didn't notice before. I have 2 govies inside that haven't always matched. Are these spots normal? It could be the incubators rubbing up against them. It could be that maybe you just missed them from shipping or from collecting. It could be nothing. It's hard to say without knowing more about it. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. I don't really have a good answer for you right now. I would need to know more. Need to see them. It's hard to say. I'm sorry. If I could afford it, I sure would love to meet you and everyone at QuailCon. Well, we'd love for you to come. Hopefully, you can make it happen. Maybe next year. And yeah, we'd love to meet you as well. Go Big says, we hatched a black-looking celadon chick. We will grow him out to see who he looks like. What's your opinion on the black quail? Any genetic problems I should be aware of, like yellows or whatever? It's a great question, and to be honest with you, no one really knows. Okay, so you can get blacks a couple different ways. There was a black gene that was imported here. What was it? Year and a half, 2 years ago? A little less. I think it was a year and a half ago. It was imported here illegally, and they were sold almost immediately. So there was no quarantine. There was no research. You know, if we import, we would keep them in a separate location, and we would breed them for 2 years before we'd offer them to the public. That's what Robbie did at JMF when he brought in the SSCs and the GPCs, and that's just the right way to do it. But these were imported illegally. We don't have enough information to know. I have seen a lot of Facebook posts saying that they fail to thrive. They're not very healthy. They're small, but I don't know. I don't have them, so I don't know. You know, it could have been a feed issue. It could have been a shipping issue. It could have been Who knows? I don't know. So with that being said, I'm not too sure. And I don't think anybody can give you that right answer because it's not been here long enough. Now, the other ways you can get black quail is growl feed to tuxedo. That will give you growl feed to tuxedo is the pictures I saw on Facebook that Perry Schofield has. He's calling them blacks, and that's fine. But they're growl feed in Tibetan. That's what they are. So you can get black that way, or Tibetan to Tibetan, generation after generation. If you do the growl to Tibetan or you do the Tibetan to Tibetan, there's no issues at all. With the black, I've got some concerns because of what I've heard, but I don't have personal experience with it yet. But I would look at failure to thrive. And that, yeah, I would mainly look at failure to thrive and hatch rates as well. I would focus on that. Now, I've not heard of a celadon. I've not heard of a black quail carrying the celadon, so that's kind of interesting. And maybe if you could work on that and get them a good size and breed true, I mean that could be something huge. That'd be really cool. But that's the information that I have and that I know of. The sparklies that a lot of people have were illegally imported as well. Those have been around almost the same amount of time as the blacks. I don't see a lot of black information anymore. I don't see a lot of people having them. I did see a lot of people having issues with them, but the sparklies that were imported, I haven't seen a lot of issues with. In fact, I don't think I've heard any bad things about. I've heard that they're a good size. I've heard that they're healthy. I've heard that they're big. I've heard that they're good colors. I've heard that they hatch well. So I wouldn't be too concerned about that one. I still don't think that we've researched well enough to be able to sell them. But the blacks, I'm very hesitant on. And I could be way off base. I have no idea. But I am hesitant. But with all that being said, and you could do a celadon black quail and breed it true and breed it healthy, you would be in business, sir. That would be pretty cool. That would be really cool, to be honest with you. I don't know why I said I probably could have shortened that up a lot, but Katrina says, thanks for all the great information, great conversation. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Gregory says, building a 6-cage quail rack that will have gravity feed and water system for 60 to 70 grown quail. If it works well, I will make more. That's awesome. Best of luck to you. It sounds like you're well on your way, so good luck. Clint Pearson says, love your live stream every week. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Josh's Punk Rock Garden says, question about white birds. The English white has the black dot, correct? And recessive white is a different gene. Yes, that's correct. Katrina says, hey, Jazz. Oh, not talking to me. Yeah, Josh's Punk Rock Garden, that is correct. Yes. Yes. Jasmine says, I have dark Tibetans that are celadons. Look black as chicks, but definitely Tibetan. I'm hoping to add the feed gene to them and keep them celadon. Very cool. That'd be awesome, too. Yeah, that'd be super cool. Patricia says, happy anniversary, Zach. Enjoy your weekend and don't answer the phone. I won't. I want to help all of you guys, but I'm more terrified of my wife than anything else. So happy wife, happy life, right? Go Big says, this black chick is off a 12-ounce mama too. Well, then you're well on your way. That sounds awesome. Definitely sounds like you're well. You could do some really cool stuff with that. You could do some really cool stuff. I would be interested to know if you've got, I'm assuming it, yeah, I mean, it's hard because a lot of people a lot of people I've seen people sell Tibetans as blacks because it's easier to sell that way, which is wrong and unethical. And then there's people that sell blacks that are the growl and the Tibetan, which makes sense. I understand that. I'm not arguing with that. And then there's that black gene, and I just don't know which one you have. If you've got the black that's ground Tibetan, then you could do damage real fast. Like you could do some really cool things really fast. If it's the black gene that was imported, I'd back off the weight and start working on, yeah, yeah. I would back off the weight and the celadon, to be honest. I'd get them as healthy as possible, where they're growing at a successful rate. You're getting the hatch rate up, legs, feet, or legs, beak, feathers, eyes, all looking good, and then move forward. But if you've got the Tibetan growl mix, you don't need to do any of that. You're ready to go. You just need to keep breeding. So good luck, and if you need help, I'll be happy to help in any which way I can. But best of luck to you. That is all of the comments. Happy anniversary. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. So if you were not on at the very beginning, that is okay. Real quick, if you do want to know more and more about it, the first 16 minutes is all the announcements. I'm not going to take that long this time because I explained it all. But real quick, the jumbos will be back on the website in 3 to 4 weeks. I need to, we're getting rid of some stuff that we've been working on, and we're going to increase our jumbo size, or increase our jumbo quantities, jumbo quail. So until I put those in, I won't be putting them on. But when I put them back on the website, we won't be taking them off. So I just need a couple more weeks on that. The videos this week are absolutely phenomenal. I'm more excited about this week's videos than I have been in a long time. And I think that we've been doing pretty well with the videos we've been posting. But this week, we are doing a Quail for Profit Tough Decisions. I think is going to help a ton of people and give a lot of people a lot of things to think about. We've got a big surprise. It's a very cute video. It's short. It's awesome. It's not me. Somebody sent it to me and gave me permission to post it. That's coming this week. It's very, very heartfelt. It's awesome. And then Intro to Genetics by a genetic expert at Duke University. She is studying to be a doctor in biology and geneticism. I always say that wrong, in genetics. And her and her team, her professors and everybody have been using our quail for about 5 years for genetic breeding. And finally, I talked her into doing some YouTube videos. And she was kind enough to send me the first one. It's Intro to Genetics. It's very, very interesting. It's really cool. I'm really excited about it. And the next video she's going to do is a biology of breeding. I think is going to be very interesting to all of you. And it's interesting to me too. I mean, I've been working with them for quite some time. But we've been working with a few different universities: University of Kentucky, University of or Duke University, Ohio State University, Purdue. Crap, there was another one. Shoot, what was it? It starts with an S. Can't remember. Can't remember off the top of my head, but Duke University, a couple of them are using just for genetics. There's a couple other for test experiments, but the genetic side we're keeping in contact with. That's how we came up with our breeding program. That's how we came up with why we're doing what we do. And she's willing to share the basics of all that to get us started. So this video is an intro to genetics. The next one will be a biology of breeding. It's going to be awesome. And then she is willing to come on here and do a live Q&A. So I'm very excited about that as well. So that's coming this week. So that's super cool. QuailCon is September 3rd and 4th. The big announcement for the 18 and under contest is Living Traditions Homestead. Kevin and Sarah is now participating. They are sending a signed shirt and mug to the winner. I think that's going to be super cool and encourage the next generation even more. So there's more information about that at the beginning, so check that out. Next Sunday live is canceled. I will be I'll be back, but I've got things I got to do. But I'm going out of town for that weekend for our anniversary that I missed. But she missed too. She forgot to. So we're going to go out of town and get away from life for a day And so Sunday will be canceled, but I will be on tomorrow night, Monday, and I'll also be on next Monday. And that was all the announcements. So I did miss a couple of comments, I do believe. Gary Miller says, night everyone, enjoyed tonight. Thank you very much. Ed Got Bates says, good night everyone. Thanks. Come see you Monday at 8 p.m. for the questions only night. And remember, next Sunday live is canceled. Absolutely. Go Big says, all info would be helpful, not the black that was imported from a dark tuxedo. All info would be helpful, not the black that was imported from a dark tuxedo. Yeah, then from a dark tuxedo. Interesting. Then yeah, you can move forward extremely quickly, which is awesome. That's great. So yeah, there would be no health issues you need to worry about as far as that goes. You are good to go and just keep pushing. But yeah, you're well on your way. Frank Crow says good night. Thank you very much. Frank Kibble says have a good week. Absolutely. JJ says thank you. Enjoy your anniversary. Please get some rest. You've been great. Thanks. Thank you very much. Dennis Peel says thanks, Zach. Great show. Lots of info. Thank you very much. Jasmine says good night, everyone. Looking forward to this week's videos. Me as well. Women of Spirit says Zach, enjoy your anniversary with your lovely wife. We will survive a few days or a week without you. It will be hard, but we can do. Blessings all around. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Josh's Punk Rock Garden says same. I'm excited for these videos. Thank you very much. Dennis Peel says just go to show you can teach old new tricks. Old dog new tricks. There you go. Stanford. Yeah, no. Syracuse. It's Syracuse. Did I say Stanford earlier? It's not. It's Syracuse. I might have said Stanford earlier. I meant Syracuse though. It's Duke, Kentucky, Ohio, Syracuse, and Purdue. Yes, that is correct. And those are the colleges. We also work with other schools as well, but those are the colleges we work with. Let's see. Just goes to show. Oh, nope, I read that one. Josh's Punk Rock Garden says same. I'm excited for these videos. Yeah, me as well. I think they're going to be awesome. Night all, looking forward to the new videos. Thank you very much. David Lester says, hey, from Oklahoma, no Madison tonight. How are you keeping your numbers straight? Moved out 17 jumbos to a brooder in our shed this afternoon. Awesome. That's a lot of work, so I hear that. And no, Madison wanted to do her own thing tonight. She's kind of a grumpy pants as well. She had to wake up early, and we lost an hour of sleep. And she's like me, and when we don't get sleep, we get pooty. So it would be better if she wasn't on tonight. All right, guys. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. And we'll see you tomorrow night at 8 p.m. And then we've got some good videos coming your way. So make sure that you subscribe and share. We've got some good videos coming your way. Make sure people know about the channel. I think we can really help them encourage, educate, and entice them to be more self-sufficient in quail and many other ways. So until next time, stay safe, everybody.